Welcome back to another episode of NightMayr. Hello, hello, hello. This is so exciting. I am so excited tonight because we have here in studio two not only wonderful guests, but friends of mine, dear friends of mine, wonderful people, multi-talented. And one of them you've seen before, and you know, and one of them is popping their NightMayr cherry with us tonight. Put your hands together for two hilarious. Yes, I know. Even if you're listening at home, I want you to clap, okay? Because it'll seem like you're out doing something, or maybe your neighbors or spouse will think you're mentally ill. Either way, put your hands together for the hilarious, the fabulous comedian Joe Currie and
yes.
Glenn Miller, Satan's comic are here.
My pal.
And you guys are friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And the interesting thing about it, I want to find out, is that when you had your engagement party, I didn't expect him there. I had no clue that he knew you.
What?
Because I met him, we were talking about it before the show. There was a place called RJ Gators that was, he was building an improv group. And I was in an improv
Gators.
group.
Oh, like alligators. Okay. I thought it was like a gay club for a second.
No, it wasn't Gators.
Not in Westchester.
It was Gators. And
looking at a Channel 11 show is what he was going for.
Yeah. So if you were an improv, you heard about this. I was in an improv group. I was co-running it in Queens.
You did improv?
Yeah. Wow. And I heard about it, and we all went out there. Where were you guys?
I was doing the Comedy Cellar pre-shows, and Larry DeFleece, the little guy, Larry DeFleece, he liked
Is he
me.
a midget?
He was a midget.
Okay.
And he said you should
Well, he
come
wasn't
out.
a midget. He wasn't tall either, but
His whole act was midget. So he was a midget.
Funny guy.
But he was a funny guy.
Is he a clinical midget, or is he just a short man?
He was a short man.
Okay.
I always kill me. I never booked him. He got my break into New Jersey.
Yeah.
So he said to go to this RJ Gators audition, and this guy was supposed to get a show on Channel 11. Which
Yeah.
was a big thing.
How many years ago was this?
We're talking 25 years ago.
Maybe,
So before I was even born.
Yeah. Anyway.
But it was a clusterfuck. He had no microphone. I had to hold a bottle of ketchup.
Stop it.
And this guy was like 500 pounds, and he's sitting next to Larry DeFleece, who's the little fella. And I said, "Is that your lunch?" And that was it. Like, get off
Yeah, it made us all laugh.
From
Yeah.
that, I met Davin.
Yeah, we met Davin. I met all.
That's how you guys met.
Yeah, I met all the Jersey comics out there, and then I started working with all the Jersey comics. And then on the island, I was telling the island guys, I go, "This guy," because sometimes in the city it's very cliquish, and it's not about having fun a lot of times in the city, in my personal opinion. However, on the island, it was always about having a good time and fun with these guys out in Jersey. So we started bringing the island guys out to Jersey, and we all got to know each other. And it's been really, really great ever since. Like Johnny Watson is one of them.
Yeah,
so anytime I work
Johnny.
with Johnny Watson, we started together.
Yeah.
Who got cancer, beat cancer.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
he beat it? Oops,
And
I
he's
hope
a
I'm
nice
not.
guy.
And
Yeah, I
he's
think he
nice.
did. And
Yeah.
Nice guy comic.
Yes.
But he is
He's
a
a
nice
great-
guy. You're
he's a great guy.
Nice guy.
Great,
I think I
great
played
guy.
poker with his mother, I think.
Yeah. Mom. Now, how did you two meet?
Oh my gosh. We met because you were working with Frank. You were working with my husband. Like, I think he was booking you on shows
And a weird,
in
no,
Westchester.
it was a weird thing.
No?
I had
Did you? Don't tell
I
me you
was
used to date.
No, I was booking shows at Rudy's. And I had
Yonkers?
Nick DePaula, and I
Where's
was booking
Rudy's?
shows. And he came in and gave Rudy, and I thought he was trying to get into my action.
He
And
probably
I
was.
like, son of a bitch, you know. So I had a
Wait, where's
show,
Rudy's?
and I think I had the
Yeah, wasn't even familiar.
Where is
contest.
Where?
Rudy's in Hartsdale.
Okay.
And so I had a contest, and I think Vaccarelli was in it.
Oh yeah, he was just on here.
Conklin, I was all I think. And,
So you were
and
hosting,
then
you
Frank
were-
was in the back room. What are you doing here? I thought because he's stealing comics. So
Yeah,
Frank-
he's
so then Frank-
poaching.
Then we hit it off, and one of the best stories with Frank was he had that room in White Plains.
Yeah, Z Prime.
No, the other one was
Lucy's.
There was a window.
Lucy's, I heard
Stage
of
in
that.
The window.
Was it Lucy's in Pleasantville? Or
No,
was it
that one was great too.
Z
But
Prime?
he had one when you stood on the stage behind you was a big window.
A window.
Onto like where all the bars are, right in the Mamaroneck Avenue.
I think you're thinking of the open mic spot.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was coaching that girl.
Did it start with a C? Yes. It was the open mic place. I
Right,
forget
but-
where it was. I think it was in.
It was in White Plains, right on the thing. But I was tutoring this girl or some shit. So I didn't sign up. He goes, "Oh, you should have signed in." So I was somewhere in the middle, and they had dollar shots of Fireball or something. So I said to my friend Vinny, he comes, I go, by the time I get up there, I'm going to have my shirt off, my pants off. I'm going to be at the window.
You're going to lose your mentorship with this
Because
girl.
restraint isn't in your vocabulary, apparently.
And that's what happened. So I got up there. I got up there, and I'm doing jokes, and the next thing I go, look at this fucking window. And I had my shirt on, and there's people sitting outside eating.
What?
And and I'm out putting my...
What the heck menu was this?
Was goal, he definitely would know it.
Frank, if you're listening,
So
text me.
So I do all this. I do the thing, and guy outside's eating and knows me. Comes in. I'm in my fucking boxer briefs. So,
Do you do this a lot on stage? Take your clothes off?
But no, then the next time we had a thing at Barney's with Joe Conklin, and I felt I did wrong. And I go up to Frank. I go, "Hey, I want to apologize about last night." He goes, "No, dude, you're the first one to like pay attention to the. No one paid attention to that window.
Yeah.
If you were on stage with a fucking big window, wouldn't you?"
You have to.
You have to, yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, cool, Frank's cool." I was nervous. Like, I'm sorry.
There was this girl that did she was awful. She was horrible. And
I'm sitting right here.
Stop it now. And we were doing, it was that place where I tell you we started over in East Islip. It was a cafe, and she's on stage, and there's a fire truck that's right behind on the road behind her with the, and it's just stuck there. It's trying to go.
Oh, no.
And Saad Sawana, our buddy Saad, goes, "She's no comic." She goes, "She should have at least 5 things to say about that truck." And meanwhile, she's going, "My husband does it." And I was like, well, how do you not goof on a fire truck that's behind the window? You're not,
yeah.
I mean,
Like, hit
acknowledge.
on them. There's so much you could do.
and I remember I asked her because she asked me to get her a guest spot down in Philly. So I drove her down and she did okay, but I'm on.
Was this somebody that you might have been dating?
No.
Okay.
No, I was actually happily married then. That's how long ago it was.
Well, that was out of the
That's
question.
just hand jobs.
Yeah. But
For the ride.
but I asked her, I go, "Who suggested you do stand up?" It was.
That's a way to say somebody sucks.
And she goes, "Oh, it was my acting coach, and she thought I had the knack for it." And I'm like, "Okay,
No.
she should be shot."
Yeah, she should lose her. Wow. Okay.
You know Jeff Olson, with Joe Conklin, Jeff. So
I know Joe Conklin.
I had Jeff on the stage one of his like first shows, and he's up there. So you have everything memorized. You don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
So right in the front row, this really fat guy, his chair just went.
Oh
Gave
no.
out. And he looked at him, right? I swear, he looked at him, and he went back to his act. So Johnny O was like, "Am I up next?
That's a
Am I
crime.
up next?" He's like
Shopping at the
he-
bit.
and he-
I went to get a.
Johnny O gets up there and he looks because they get him a new chair. And Johnny O goes, "What do you think life expectancy is on that chair?"
Oh my God. Or that man.
There is. It amazes me how some people are. And look, we all were out there. But there are some people that you just, keep going for you, and you're like, how are the? I don't know. But there are a lot of comics too that are getting like on reels that are awful. And I'm not being misogynistic. I am a very big fan of female comics. Love a lot of them. But there are most of them are female.
That's very nice of you to say that.
but it sounds very misogynistic. But there was one girl up there that was so milquetoast and
Not
it was,
anybody I would know? Or
no.
Let's drop some names.
No, and I was recovering from heart surgery, so I had nothing else better to do. So I'm sitting there, I'm just critiquing her and this and that. And she, I told her she wasn't ready. And then, well, who are you? I'm selling out theaters. And what are you doing?
But you message these people?
Oh, yeah, we're writing back and forth.
Hey, you suck.
And I go, and she goes,
If you had a dick, it might be a little funnier.
and I'm selling out theaters. I go, well, you better.
Oh my gosh. So you out of nowhere watch reels of these female comics, and then you take it upon yourself while you're recovering from heart surgery to message them and give them unsolicited advice.
But I comment. I didn't mess up. But and she.
All right, commenting.
And she goes.
What are you saying in these comments? You're like, you got to do this and that and that.
Yeah,
like,
I go. You're not ready. I'm selling out theaters, and I'm like, well, you better save your money. So, so then I'm.
That's actually great advice, though.
Back and forth. So meanwhile, I'm on the way down to Kentucky. I was working with Johnny Watson down there, and there was a place called Big Bone Lick Park. So I post
Big Bone Lick
Park. I swear to God. And I'm like, ladies, big weekend coming up. And then
also known as Detroit.
Right. And the joke is mildly entertaining. I got it. It's none of the act. And then when we got the 747 from Qatar and people were bitching and moaning about that, I go, thank God we didn't get it from Mexico. It would have been called Air Force One. Not in the act. It's what we call a house bit. But the girl comes back to me and she goes, oh, I found some of these posts. Oh, really, really hysterical. I go, well, it's about time to get some humor on your page. Right. So then.
Oh, so you must have really triggered her. Then.
Oh, I did. And then a week later.
How old were these women, you think?
Oh, she has to be in her late 30s. So then she finds a picture of me.
Oh, wow. It's doing a deep dive.
Yeah. I was watching my buddy's band play out in this park, and I was wearing an Anthony Cumia show hat. Mm-hmm. And she goes, oh, you're one of the O&A Anthony Cumia show cucks. The next picture I sent was a picture of me paddling with Adam Ferrara with Anthony. Never saw her again,
Oh.
And Davin always go, I don't know why you do it, because they're killing our industry. They're killing you're seeing mediocre comedy. You're not going to go to the club. Okay. And if you are, then you're going to see this mediocre. You're not coming back.
Really?
And,
do you know? I don't know. I think I might disagree. I think, well, first of all, there's no gatekeeping in social media. So anybody can post anything, and it's up to that reel or that post kind of lives and dies on its own. It's not about your management. Even if you have management that's helping you, it comes down to do you have somebody, whether it's you or someone you pay, putting out your clips, and then it's you do it enough, it's going to go viral or it won't. And then do you think it reflects poorly on an individual club, or it's oh, I don't like this individual comic, and if she does end up filling a room, it's because she's gone viral or she's famous from something else, and she's just bringing her own audience.
I think it reflects back on the person that's doing their social media, that's telling them they got to constantly post, and they're putting up material that's really not that good yet. And I think that's one of what do you think?
Well, I booked comics before there was internet.
How did you do this?
Stone etchings. Stone etchings. That was like him look funny by wall. Yeah.
But I go down. I go to open mics in the city, and I'd see people, and if they were really funny, made me laugh, I'd bring them up. But then there was other guys who were booking rooms as well, and they would get mad that I didn't book them. I didn't book them because they weren't funny. You booked me, but that's okay. But if they weren't funny, I wasn't going to book you. I'm not going to book you.
They expect
you're not going to ruin my
them,
fucking show. Yeah, so I had a big problem with that. Always.
But I don't
good for you for having scruples, because most people would be like, oh, I'll scratch your back and you scratch mine. And that's.
I'm having 4 comics on the show. Mm-hmm. I would never do the 8, 9, 10, 12, fucking 15.
And they still do that. There's a guy out on the island. There's a show. He's got maybe a seasoned guy, and then I counted 7 other acts.
Drop his name.
I'm not going to drop his name, but but basically it's and it's it's torture. And he books a lot of stuff, but it's torture. There's 7. But you want to know something? I'm not the bitter old guy. I really am not.
What
I sound like it right now.
Pull out of your bag? What is this?
That's a mason jar.
You just had that with you?
Well, I don't want to drink much on the show, so I made a drink before I came out.
I just want to understand.
You made a drink at home in a huge mason jar and then brought it here.
I did. Because you said, I'll get something when you drink. I didn't want you.
What do you drink? I would have gone out and got you whatever.
You didn't have mason jars.
Yeah,
because I don't live in Williamsburg anymore.
I brought my own stuff. Got myself a possum in there. We're going to
You're literally like a walking moonshine ad.
But I'll be good on the camera.
What
I like the way. That's good. That's some good drinking right there.
Is that Crystal Light and vodka?
Yeah.
Really?
I sent the wife out to get me vodka.
Crystal meth and vodka.
She goes, why are you pouring a mason jar? I go, it's funny.
It is funny.
But when we were doing those shows, it wasn't more than 6, right?
No, there wasn't. And there's so many comics and, and look, like I preface it, I sound like the bitter old guy, and I'm not. I always swore to myself if I became bitter, I quit.
You don't come off that way at all.
I'm bitter. But I'm just...
Glenn, on the other hand.
Yeah, well,
Everybody.
but and look, you see all they just, and to tell you the truth, these guys have booked all these, tenor acts. If I was just done, I'm all in with that. You get luxury where you don't have to do that anymore. The mics I'll still go to. If I got, there's a couple of good mics that I go. If I have something, I'll go.
What mics do you like and still go to?
There's one on Thursdays. There's one Kevin Bowman runs Thursdays. I think it's the Gator
On Long Island.
Yeah. The Gator Lounge. Steve Perillo, Rocco Perillo, he gets mad. Steve ran a bunch of them, which was handy. Dan, I'll tell you a story about that. Why I owe him a debt of gratitude. Before COVID hit, right before COVID hit, I'm like, do I even want to be in this merry-go-round anymore? And then COVID hit. We're all sitting at home.
Trust me.
Right. So Steve was running these mics, and it was just comics. And if the Board of Health came in, and they did, it's like we're comics. We're just working on stuff.
Ladies, put your panties back on. The Board of Health is coming.
They were there. All right. And the thing about it is that I discovered why I got into it in the first place. You got 5 minutes. You don't know what's going to work. You go up there. It's the thrill of the chase and the camaraderie about hanging out with everything. Now, at an open mic, you are used to pacing where, you're not getting the laughs you're usually used to. And I got so used to that pacing. I go on the road with you guys to the comedians of the Compound Tour, and I'm going out, and they know me. They know it's Ant's friend that is funny. They don't know I've been doing comedy, 25 years, 27 years. So when I got out on that stage, I always did a good set, but it was a little slow going for a couple of minutes. But the thing about it was I was so used to doing the mics at the time that my pacing was geared to the mics, where if I wasn't getting the laugh that I wanted, it wasn't freaking me out. I'd take a breath, walk a couple of feet, do the next line. And then he started to go, oh, we get it now. And that helped me. And especially a couple of times, the one night when we were all at Soul Joel's, and Gino was having the set of his life.
Oh my gosh!
I had to follow Gino.
He's one of my favorites.
I had to follow Gino, and I was able to do it. Used to that. And then the other time when we were at Governor's, and Ant mentioned there's going to be a special guest that Saturday night. I knew it was Norton.
Okay.
I knew it was Jimmy.
I remember that show.
Yeah. I knew it was Jimmy, and I had it in my mind. I had it in my mind that I would have to follow Jim. I had it in my mind.
Ready.
I worked my whole week on that. I went to worked my whole week. And that night, Aaron's like, yeah, Joe, you're up after Jim. Of course I am. And I went out and had a good set because I was, because of that pacing. So I still go to the mics. I still think they're very valuable. I don't care where you are in your career. There's still something, there's still something to go out and do.
Yeah,
also, you meet the new
on.
guys, and you get, there's a whole new crew of comics.
It's good. You don't get crusty. You don't you're constantly keeping it new and fresh and moving things around, even if it's like same jokes, but like different ways of telling them, different ways of getting into them, different order.
And then you get gigs out of it too. You get to open up for the 10 micers at the end.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can headline.
Yes.
You know funny, McGuire's.
Yeah.
Is that Ryerson?
Yeah, Ryerson. No, it's owned by Governor. Ryerson passed away. Yeah.
In Bohemia, right? Yeah.
Ryerson. So Evan Weiss is to book the room. So he had me headline. He had the comics. He had a bunch of comics before me, and I'd close. So he's sitting with Ryerson, and Ryerson goes, "This guy is really funny." He goes, "Why don't I book him?" And Evan goes, "I don't know. You're the owner." So he books me, right? And he has me out for a weekend. So he has me open up. It was Paul Bond, which I love, fucking Paul Bond, right? But the audience just fucking hated me, and it was like all the way in the back. There was like 3 neo-Nazi bald guys. So I just said, "Fuck it." I just clocked in on them and making them laugh. I'm doing
just
the audience.
Those are your people.
The audience just hated me. So I get off stage, and Ryerson goes, "Oh man, I'm at to send you home." He goes, I have a veterinarian Christmas party coming in tomorrow, and I didn't realize. I go, it's the same act I did when you saw me, right? So I go, what do you want me to do? You want me to work clean? He goes, can you? I go, yeah, I work clean. I go back to the hotel. I call up Otto, and I go, hey Otto, Ryerson wants to send me home. He goes, holy shit, what'd you say? I said, I told him I work clean. He goes, what the fuck are you gonna do? I go, same act I did tonight.
Tell the audience. Tell the audience.
Hysterical. You call it Otto to work clean. He's got some suggestions.
He goes, that's why I love you. And I did the same exact fucking act. And this is why I give Ryerson the biggest credit ever. I did the same act. The veterinarian table was crying. They're dying. I get off stage and he goes, I'm sorry. He goes, I shouldn't have put you with Paul Bond. You should be with a Norton.
Wow.
Or something like this. He still paid me. I thought I was gonna get paid. I'm gonna go home on my own fucking.
Glenn, tell the audience who Otto is.
All right, there was a guy with a puppet. Now, Otto and George is a big part of my life. I was doing comedy before I met him, and I was doing stuff down at the New York Comedy Club, and the bartender, she was great. I can't think of her fucking name, but she goes, "You should stay and watch Otto. You two would get." Because you both drink Heineken and you tip.
Was this in New York City or was this?
This is at New York Comedy Club on 20 with Rumpelmeyer.
What year?
It was a long time. So Rumpelmeyer, Al Martin. I'm not gonna get into the other thing because I got in trouble the one time.
Hysterical.
His son at the time.
Now daughter.
One of the highest rated shows ever. But Al Martin goes, "You're not gonna see him tonight. He chased 6 people last night." So I never got to see him. But I always thought it was, So then I'm doing Joe Piccoli's room in Lyndhurst.
Right. Dancing Monkey?
That was before Dancing Monkey.
Oh, he had another. He was an entrepreneur, I see. All right.
Fuck. So 2001, I got, so Otto, and I had a really horrible time with tequila once when I was like 21. So I go on before Otto, I get off stage, and Otto's over there, and he's got George over here.
George is his puppet.
Yeah, George. I'm sorry, George is a puppet, and he's on the other side of the bar. And he goes, "Hey, pal, you were really funny." He goes, "You want to do a shot?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." He goes, 2 shots of Quavo, and I hadn't drank fucking tequila as I was 21, but it's Otto.
You got it right.
So I go like this. I go, dude, I shoot it, and Otto goes like this. He goes. When he puts it down, a splash came up, and George popped up. He goes, "Finish it, you fucking pussy!"
Wow.
And then we just hit it off because he was one of the greatest.
But it always is. You got to see this guy. There was a show Sunday at this bar over in Kings Park, New York, and I go out there and I go up and do my set, and I'm heading out. Rich Walker, you guys know Rich Walker?
Yeah, Rich Walker, sure.
Very great guy, funny guy on the island. And Rich goes, "Where are you going?" I go, "I'm going to split." He goes, "You never saw Otto and George before?" And I go, "No." He goes, "Stay." Mm-hmm. I laughed so I peed myself. He was one of the funniest acts out there, period. His
best friend is roommate Chips Cooney.
Yeah, Chips.
And
wow.
Chips said to me, he
Chips
goes,
Cooney's great.
Because when I first started, there's 2 stories. One time I slept over the house before I met, and Chips goes, "Oh, hey." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, he goes, "One time he didn't come out of the room for 2 days, and I was nervous. And I looked in, and he was playing checkers with the puppet, and he was losing." And I was Chips just fucking with me, right?
And he was
Chips
losing.
Cooney's still alive?
I think he is, but how's he doing, man? I haven't worked with him for a couple of years.
He's good.
Good.
Should we go see him or something?
But
I would go if he was in town.
Yeah.
I'd definitely go say hello, see the show.
But one of the next time to do a show with Otto, I think we were doing Jenkinson's Bar A.
Oh, down the shore.
Yeah, down the shore.
Down the shore.
So we're driving down. George is in the back seat in a case, and we're driving down. And Otto goes, "I think we did pretty good last night." I'm like, "Yeah, we did pretty good last night." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Hey, you think they want to like this?" "Yeah, I think they want to like this." And then he said, "There's 2 things you know about ventriloquists. Girls with short hair, lesbians. Guys with puppets, fucked up." Right? So he says that, and he goes, "You ever see the episode of The Outer Limits where the puppet is giving signals to the Russians?" He's going down by the old mill stream, right? And we're driving, right? We get to the gig. I go up. It was the first time I was ever like devastated. The audience just didn't want to hear me. They were going, oh no. They were like,
wow. They all were there for him.
I was so fucking. And I get off stage, and Otto gets up there. And he's like, he goes, "You ever drive in the car with two comics? Hey, you were pretty good last night. Yeah, you were pretty good last night." He's doing the same fucking thing.
The same conversation.
Right? And then he all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just goes, "Down by the old mill stream."
Oh, that's a
audience doesn't know it. I'm fucking laughing. And that's how he always was. He was
just for you.
And the funny thing, opened up for Otto, because I opened up, they want to see him. Also, another audience, when you open up with Jackie Martling, they just want to see him. And I'm a big Jackie fan. I want to see him. So it's like, I want to get done. I got to do 2025. And I'm like, I want to get done too. I want to go see the show, And it's great. Jackie's another guy great working with, because basically, before Anthony or me or anything, we were in construction. Anthony worked as HVAC. I'm a fence installer, and we used to listen to Howard Stern all the time. We'd trade cassettes and stuff like that.
Would you wear one of those masks?
Not a touche fencer. It's like not a touche fencer. but it's like we studied them. We wanted to be them. And when it first started happening with Ant, and it was like a dream come true. And then I've always been a second mic in a show. So to start working with Jackie was amazing. I was also on their podcast with him and Peter Bales. And I got a picture of Jackie and I with the mics, and I go, only you would know what this means to me, because I always tell Jackie, I go, we wanted to be you guys. You guys were a big inspiration to the both of us.
Wow.
And it's amazing. And we also studied them to know if fame or anything happened, what to do and what not to do. And we discuss it in Ant's apartment, we do it. And then when it started happening, I never used to go on Opie and Anthony, because I didn't want to be a pet. I would go on because I didn't think I was ready. I didn't think so. I wasn't like Joe's pesky friend, a character to get on.
You didn't feel entitled.
Yeah, I didn't feel entitled on that. And the thing that's interesting is when Stuttering John started to, have
Speaking of entitled.
have a feud with Ant, because the thing about it is, John was out at the compound, the house, and I'm having drinks with him, and I go, it's a pleasure to meet you. I always wanted to hang out and have some cocktails.
And the compound means Anthony Cumia's
old house
original house in Roslyn.
And then when John, we started to have a falling out. It's one of my best friends. We circled the wagons, and John is like pulling all the old stuff. And it's like, we studied you. What are you doing? My buddy Dennis writes me, he goes, yeah, John was talking about you on his show, and he was posted some of your clips and goofing on it. I go, for the simple reason that he had clips of me up means he's working harder on the clips than I am. I don't care. Let him play him. But we knew how to, and still do to this day, we know how to play the game.
What did you learn about what to do when you get famous and what not to do?
Don't stutter. Be grateful. Don't be an asshole. Realize that whatever you got could be temporary, and just enjoy every enjoy every moment. The problem with John is that
There's just one?
Yeah. The main problem with him is he got brought on as Stuttering John, the whole thing, and he would go out and do stand-up. His stand-up is open mic okay. So much so is the notorious story where John got pissed off at Anthony. Stuttering John is headlining the brokerage over on the island. All right? And Anthony mentions, he goes, I've never been able to get parking in that parking lot because the parking lot's really small. John hit the roof, but Anthony and I are at the show at the table watching the show.
Wow.
And I go, dude, this is like when Adam, me and you would start to go out. When we started doing this, I go, this is open mic stuff, and then John hit the roof. But when
he was leaving to do this night show, they wanted to film a thing, and they asked Otto to film the thing. So Otto is, hey, pal, I don't watch that fucking show. Can you write some jokes and shit? So we were writing some stuff. So we go to John's house, and he was somewhere, I think on the west side. You went to the elevator, and when the door opened up,
was it a nice building?
It was the whole, like you could ride a bicycle.
This was those Stuttering John's where he lived when he was on the Tonight Show.
He was getting ready to leave. So
to go out to Hollywood.
I had wrote
Oh, he was
some
leaving
stuff.
The Tonight Show.
He was leaving, so they were
But
filming.
he lived in
I
this
think
bougie.
Shetty was in it.
He lived in this bougie.
Oh, really?
apartment.
Shetty was in it, and they got Otto. And at that time, Otto was working with him, getting the dirty shows. But he signed some shit where you couldn't do dirty. So I wrote it as a thing, but they did question and answer. So it was tough. So we had to go outside with the two NBC guys. And they go, "Where'd you meet John?" And Otto goes, "On a subway. He mugged me. He's Puerto Rican." And he goes, "What's up Jay's ass?" He goes, "Suddenly John gets a job. Now I can't do fucking shows." Like, he was
hysterical.
really mad, right? He does all this shit. I wrote like 3 fucking hacky jokes. They choose the hacky joke. And I'm the girl I was dating at the time, she's like, "Were you upset? Your joke is on." I go, "It's not the joke they should have fucking used."
Aw.
So it was like, hey, they're hiring John to be an announcer. Who hires a fucking stutterer to be an announcer? That's like hiring an OJ to be a fucking marriage counselor. Right? Which is, I hate it, right? So he leaves me I still have it like somewhere, a cell phone, like not a cell phone, a home
Voicemail?
message.
Oh.
You real like you had to call my house and you get the message.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, "Hey pal, they used our joke. Yeah, if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't get. You don't get me." He goes, "Now you could say that you wrote for the Tonight Show. You don't give a fucking shit. I'll see you tonight." It was like the greatest message ever.
Oh, did you save
"You
it?
give a shit." I have it on. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I think Hipper's problem is that, and I don't know what he did before the thing, but at least with Ant and I mean, I was a fence installer working in 100-degree heat. Anthony's working in 120-degree attics. For the simple fact that you could go somewhere, you do what you love, they're paying you, regardless if it's a mic for $100 or whatever. You are so appreciative of that. I mean, I remember there was one time they were doing a live remote at one of the clubs, I think a Limelight or something like that, and we're hanging out, and there's this guy just talking with Ant, and we're just talking, laughing and stuff like that, and then the producer comes down. Oh God, I forgot his name. It escapes. He was a really good guy.
Not that guy, Master Poe. No,
not Master Poe. Oh God, I'll think of it. But anyway, he comes down and he goes, "Ant, we got to go up on stage. We're about to start." And the guy we're hanging out with goes, "They're gonna Rick Delgado, great guy." So Rick.
You sit with the show with the guy from Long Island.
Yeah. So Rick tells him, "Ant, you got to get up. We're going to start." So Ant heads up to the stage. He goes, "Where's your buddy going?" Like, "Where's your buddy?" "They're going to kick his ass. He can't go up there." I go, "That's Anthony." "No, it's not." "Yeah, it is." Oh, he's a regular guy. "Yeah, here's me $10. Yeah, he's a good guy." And then there was one time, Opie and Anthony were humongous in Boston. I used to go up there and do the Saturday shows and go think humongous, big. They weren't down in New York City yet. So we go to this place. It was during the holiday. We go to this place called Sergeant Pepper's. It was the local bar, and we're hanging out at Sergeant Pepper's. And this guy comes up to Anthony and goes, Anthony Cumia? And it's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I can't believe it's you. This is amazing. I can't believe you're here. Look, I need to run a trunk line from my attic over to the garage."
No way. Is he kidding?
God's honest truth, because and I looked at him, I go, "You
funny.
are nobody here." Because they were not down here. Nobody knew them down here yet. So they were major in
And this
Boston.
guy's saying it with a straight face?
With a straight face.
That's
True
awesome.
story.
Oh, that's so
he was looking at
funny.
Anthony to do his trunk line because he knew Anthony was in air conditioning. And it's like,
That's funny.
I don't do
So
that.
funny.
I don't do that
That's
anymore.
the shit that keeps you humble.
And Ant's always been a humble guy. He's always been very humble till this day,
Glenn, how did you start comedy?
It was weird. I always wrote as a kid. I never planned on being a comic. I was always shy and like to talk in front of people a lot.
Like, how old were you when you first started writing?
As a kid, I wrote, what the fuck? Why the chicken crossed the road? He was nailed to the chicken. That was one of the things I wrote. I said, that was like 13, maybe 14.
Wow.
Where'd holy shit come from? I didn't see it in the Bible, but he had the Last Supper. He must have the last shit. That's all I had. I only wrote it.
That's all I got.
But I never planned on doing this. And I was working this job. I broke up in a horrible relationship. This guy goes, "Yeah, there's an open mic in Rockland. You should do it. Do Scoop."
Where are you from?
At that point, I was in Yonkers.
Okay.
So he said in Nanuet, the Do Scoop. on a Tuesday night to have an open mic. You should do it. I said, all right. And I ran around. I just grabbed shit out of my living room, like props. I grabbed. I had like 5 Jesus jokes. I had nothing, but I got there and there was 26 people show up to see me. So the guy ran the show, Vinny.
So who are all these people?
All my friends. So the guy Vinny goes, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna let you headline." Because he don't want the people to fucking leave. That's how I learned the business right away. He's like, I want you headline. I came out.
Headline the mic, yeah.
So I came out and I go, I can start my act off with a bang. And I had a jock with firecrackers. And I went, and they went, ba 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 ba. Right?
You had explosives on your penis.
I had practice and I never really used it. And I remember my mom was upstairs. She goes, I had to bring one of my friends up to use the bed. She goes, I saw what you did, idiot. I want grandchildren. But I built it. It had like tinfoil and stuff. And then the next joke was, my friend said I didn't have the balls to come up here, but here I am. So I won't be needing these anymore. And I went in my pants. I had 2 blue handballs. Notice they're blue, girls. Maybe you can help me after the show. How fucking hacky. I had that.
Oh, I could top you.
I had that. And then I had my Jesus jokes. And then I would go into the bag when I go, I'm starting to fall apart. And I looked in the bag and there's a rubber hand. I need a hand. I had a rubber hand.
So how old were you when you first started?
91, 92.
Yeah, I was 89.
So
But
20.
I gotta tell you something. I can't sit there and go, you know what you're doing is not my cup of tea. No, I went up there when I first started and I would go, yeah, my girlfriend broke up to me. She didn't think I took anything serious. So one night we were fooling around and she goes, pull out your cock. And then I pull out a rubber chicken. You know,
That's so
You
funny.
shouldn't
that's not something. We was something.
You shouldn't blow a rooster. Why? When I had feathers, you choke on the feathers, and the feathers would fly all over, and then you get mad because they had to clean it up. Same shit.
People laugh. I mean, like, I don't know if that's hacky. I think it's either funny or it's not. Who cares if it's hacky?
I brought a gift to you. It's one of your old jokes. I always love that joke more than anything. All right, so I brought this.
Oh, is it another jar of moonshine?
No, it's my license. Wrong thing.
Yeah, yes.
Tell me I fucking lost
Is your license for me? Is that my gift?
All right, you guys.
I don't know whose license it is, but that doesn't look like you.
That's a stark. Yeah, I heard.
Oh my God! Is it in the guy's car?
Do you know?
Did you leave it in the Uber?
You know what it was? It was Ace Frehley's funeral card.
Oh, with the prayer card.
Your prayer card joke always cracked me up because what are you collecting them?
Yeah, I go. What do you do? What do you do?
I never understood. It's a Catholic thing.
Yeah, it's
right?
like, what do you got?
Yeah,
Prayer
what do you
cards?
do?
What are you supposed to do? Them trade them with friends? I go, look, I got doubles on grandma here.
I'll trade you an Aunt Mary for the show. So I said to my wife, I go, I gotta bring the fucking Ace Frehley card to give to you.
That's hysterical.
I've
Probably
never
here
heard
somewhere.
anybody have a joke about the prayer card.
Steve Perula does. Steve Perula does a joke about prayer
Great
cards. I forgot what the joke
fucking
was,
joke.
but he does it.
How many years ago that was? But I love that joke. Always stuck in my fucking head.
There's a joke. I was doing a mic.
Go fish now.
I was doing a mic a couple of months ago. You know, comic Billy Geyer.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, funny guy. He did a joke that I wish I wrote. He goes, I love the electricity between me and a woman. He goes, usually it's the taser. And I spit my blood.
Shit,
and you're
that's
like, that's brilliant.
It was right there the whole time.
Great joke.
Yeah.
Great joke.
I hate to bring it back to the auto thing, but the first time I ever really, really laughed, we're in Connecticut, and I had done like maybe 5 shows. And he never did this joke. He goes, and George goes, did you ever suck the load out of a hooker's ass through a crazy straw? You got to get there early. They run out of crazy straws. And I just went,
wow.
What a fucking brilliant, stupid joke. And all the people in Connecticut's asses went,
Because they had straws in them. Yeah.
Did any of you do Betty's Fireside?
No, where was that?
Over in, oh God, it was in Jersey, Denville, New Jersey. Betty's Fireside. Yeah, Betty's Fireside had the reputation of the biggest hell gig there ever was. And you do it on a Wednesday. I mean,
Why
Jay
was it
Leno
hell
took,
gig?
because it used to be an old strip place. You'd stand up on the stage. If you didn't get in a fight, it would be a god-awful miracle. It was just a horrid show. I did it 3 times, and it was like a rite of passage. So it's like a badge of honor.
Those are the best.
saying
There was a strip club we did shows at in Jersey. I forget the name, but like there would be like strippers, like a whole stripper thing going on, like literally in the next room, like they're regulars.
Diamond had that room. It was the front was the
was like
comedy,
half-
and the other room was
The back was
the
comedy.
back room was the strippers.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
I mean, it was a Piccoli room. Yeah, it was
a Piccoli room.
Yeah, the front
forget the
room,
name.
and then eventually the strippers would come in. You're like, all right.
The strippers would come in. You're like, oh, we're trying to make strippers laugh.
There was a room that, and this is where you learn your stride. I had a breakdown there once. You did Hansel's, right?
Oh,
Hansel's.
Hansel's.
Hansel's over in Jersey. I forgot where in Jersey, off at 287.
Ramapo.
Next to
Ramapo.
Gretel's.
Yes. And this was a mic that was a hell gig of a hell gig of a hell gig. And I had a breakdown there one night. You know, it's like, but you got a story in there?
Ramapo. So that's the one where Davin goes, it's a mic. It's a mic. And Davin goes, all right, you're going to go up last and do like 25. I'm like, you tell me how much time to do? It's a fucking mic. I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do, right? Anyway, I probably didn't say it like that. I did. Still love
You
you,
were much
Davin.
kinder.
And so then I go to do where I get whipped. I got to do S&M impersonations. So I go, I like to bring a girl up from the audience. And this guy goes, why does it have to be a girl? So I said,
All right, Mac,
Okay.
you're it. Get up
so
here.
I go, okay. And I hand him the whip and I go, all right, I'm going to do some impersonations while you're with me. And it was like like Gandhi going, cow, what are you doing? I have no beef with you.
That's cute.
Giuliani fucking hurt my prostate.
He's not doing well. He's in the hospital right
Yeah.
I
I think it's being a pneumonia. He says it's going to be better.
now. Okay, good.
But then the guy goes, I can't do this. I'm a cop. So I said, why don't you pretend it's a plunger and stick it up my ass?
Oh, that's a great line.
And I was around that time. And that was the longest ride home ever. I was like, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, you
should
should've.
have said that. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You should have said no. You should have said that. I tell you this. Sometimes you ever get attacked on stage?
Walnuts thrown at me was the best.
I just had I
You
had
guys
like
died. You, right?
thing. I mean, did I ever have anybody like rush the stage? No. I mean, like I've had people try to attack me after shows, but
Honestly?
yeah, just heckling. Like nobody throwing anything. Somebody threw a sandwich at my friend Amory when we were doing the Atlantic City Beer Festival, and that was like one of my favorite hell gigs because like we were it was like a convention center, and it's like all drunk people that are there drinking all day. And it was called like Shitty Jokes, and we were doing stand up by the porta potty. So there's like 20 porta potties, and we're in the corner,
show.
and
Why
they
do
have
we
a
do
they have a
this?
huge
Why do we do
stage,
this? What's
and
wrong
there's
with
like
us?
there's 4 or 5 of us, and the guy just goes, each of you do an hour, and we were like,
Each of us do it
we're
out.
like, what? Do what? And then so basically we were like, no, let's just do it
That's
till we
funny.
want to tap. Someone will tap us out, or we'll tap ourselves out. Like to just stand up there and do an hour, and like of course
You
you're just
can't-
doing crowd work. Like at a certain, because no one's paying attention to you. At a certain point, I'm like, all right, as a reminder, these porta potties are if you have AIDS, and these porta potties are if you're gay. Like people already in line, they like look up, they go, holy shit! Like that's how you get people to like pay attention. Like and every so often I would just say, oh, by the way, these are for men, these are for trans. You know, like
Well,
just saying dumb shit. Anyway, but my friend Amory was on stage, and she just liked the wrong sports team, and somebody threw like a whole hoagie at her. Like I'm talking with marinara sauce, like not even just cold cuts. It was messy.
somebody gave up
Yeah.
their lunch. They was so upset.
Yeah, they were so obsessed with. They really didn't like the Vikings.
I did. Joe Cumey, Anthony's brother, is a musician, great guitar. He's going to be on with us on Wednesday. He was, and I played with Joe for years in a band. And we're gigging on Saturday. But nonetheless, he was telling a story. He was doing an acoustic gig, and one of the patrons, they got in a fight. There was a fight. And Joe, and the guy started whatever, but Joe gathered us and said, all right, if you're ever at a gig, Don't hit him with a mic stand. Don't hit him with a stool. Hit him with your fists or whatever. You can't use anything around you, or that's going to be a problem. So about a year later, I'm doing the Brick House Brewery over in Patchogue, and I'm up there, and I said something to this guy, and this guy starts running towards me, rah! And then he's running towards me.
It's good that he announced that by screaming.
Yeah, rah! And I'm thinking of what Joe said, and I'm like, I can't use the stool, I can't use this, I can't. While he's running at me, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to take the stand, to deck the guy. And at the last minute, some guy grabbed him and threw him down.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow.
That guy saved you.
Yeah.
I mean, no, you probably would have been all right.
I would. But you want to know something? Those days, because I used to love bar fighting. I got banned from the London pub 4 times for fighting. But
Starting a fight or
a little bit of, but depends on who was,
County. It's a
but I learned that those days are over because I'm working a club. I'm not going to name the club, but I'm working a club last year, and I'm closing.
In Suffolk?
And no, it's actually up in Connecticut, and I'm closing, and I was talking with this guy. I don't want to say, because they're going to say, you're damning the club, because they do handle the room very well.
I almost won Connecticut's number one comedian until they found out I wasn't
from Connecticut.
But you do the whole fucking time, cocksucker. That guy?
Maybe. But
sorry.
We're gonna get back to you in a second.
Yeah. I don't go out anymore. My career's over, so I can say anything I want to say.
There's a freedom in that.
Everybody in the audience was cool the whole show, and I wanted to go around to see this guy I was talking with go up. And meanwhile, now there's an altercation, and they're dragging this guy out, and I know these guys, and I take a stand. That I'm ready to, if another guy comes in, I'll jump in. And I realize, I just had open heart surgery. I can't really do this anymore. And I'm like, all right, I'll say, hey there. If anything.
How did you talk about your open heart surgery the last time you were here?
I think I might have. I don't know. But
did you show scars?
I don't really have the scar. No, I didn't really have a bad scar. No, the guy did a good job.
Wow.
The guy did a good job. But
you want to plug him?
Yeah. Dr. Smith. Dr. Smith.
He actually signed it. He signed my chest.
And that was scary. Yeah, because I thought I knew something was wrong. And
what did it feel like?
It felt like I was just out of breath, and not like a pounding thing. So I go. And I go to my cardiologist, and he goes, "We're not even doing a stress test."
Out of breath for a long time.
Like just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
A perfect example is I was working with Adam Ferrara at a club, and one of his fans brought all this merch, and we're walking back up to the room. We're up on Mohegan Sun. I had to take 3 breaks. And I looked at Adam, he goes, "Are you all right?" And I go, "No, something's wrong." And I go, "You know me, we worked in defense, but I was able to carry, 6 posts on my back." And I go, there's a problem. And then, a week later, I go to the cardiologist, and he goes, "All right, we're not even going to do the stress test. We're going to have an angioplasty with a contrast."
What's that?
They open up the thing with the balloon, and then they put a contrast in. And when I went there, the surgeon that was performing it says, "Look, if there's a blockage, we put a stent in, you stay overnight. If not, then you go home, you're fine." I wake up, and my girlfriend's hysterical and crying. I go, "What's the matter?" I go, "We're going home." She goes, "No, you're 95% blocked. We're afraid you're going to drop that on the table. If you don't lie flat, you are going to die. And we have to take you to the hospital right now for emergency surgery." And I'm like, "And how was your day?"
Wait, so she said this while you were home?
No, while I was there. They brought me right back out.
Okay.
Because they put me out, and then I'm waking up, and I'm like, she's hysterical crying. And I'm like, well, why are you crying? And she explained it to me. I'm like, oh boy. So they brought me to the ambulance, they brought me to the Cohen Center, and I had that from you.
Was it worse than when Pino knocked you over at the wedding?
Damn near. That's another.
Wait, were you in the room? Did you see that? We were like close.
I was right there.
You were right there, right?
It was funny. Not funny. I felt.
No, it's hysterical. It's hysterical. And the thing about it is that I told Gino this the whole time. The funny thing is
that was my favorite moment too.
And the thing about it is, I'm sitting in that chair just the right way, and he just bumped into me, and I went right down.
But it looked like he threw you down.
I know, and then he's just dancing, and, dun, 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 and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So then people are going, Mister, are you okay? I was like, all right, Pop didn't fall.
Mister.
And when I didn't feel good, and then I feel something warm and wet, and that's the pee from Joe DeVito and Anthony from laughing so hard. But I didn't mind that they were laughing because they knew I could take a fall and get back up. It was.
It was so
Hey, we're gonna be on with no, Long Island. The guy, he's a great guy. I go, he fell at the wedding. Yeah, I didn't say fell. I go, Chino knocked him over. That's what it really was. Chino was like, whoosh. What the fuck was he doing? Singing, and he's pretty good with the Billy Joel.
I was sitting on that chair.
That was good.
Just at the right.
And you weren't even.
You were like, I think you wanted it to happen. You really were just.
No, but the funny thing is, now I'm on the floor. It's
wet.
It's wet.
It's sticky.
I'm wearing a suit, so everything is slippery.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm like, why the? Can I get up? I'm fine. You know.
I did think you would seem like an attorney to get up.
I'm like, this is gonna be good for the podcast.
Yeah, the people are going, Mister, are you okay? It's not Pop that fell at the fair. Get away from me, Ollie. Yeah.
Get away from me. I can get up.
Great wedding.
That was a fun wedding. Really good time.
It was so fun. I can't believe it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, wow.
3 years ago next month.
Wow.
I say to Jen, my wife, I go, look, Zia's gonna be there. And she got new breasts. So there might be a point if she comes up, I might have to say like, hey, they look great. And she wants to hear that. All right. So we're at the cocktail hour and like I could have wrote it better. She comes over and she's like, oh my God. She goes, I just spilled something over here. She's like, right here. And I went, Zia, no one's going to look at that spot. They're going to be looking at your eyes. And she goes, your husband's so great. If I can hear my wife like,
That's so
you're going to say tits.
funny. And they're like, tits.
I almost said there's a girl. Fortunately, passed away a couple of years ago. But when back in the day, she would be she was over my buddy Frank's house, and I knew her for years since high school. We went to high school together. She comes out in a bikini, and I almost slipped. I'm like, Beth, I didn't know you had such big tits. Yeah, I caught myself at the last second.
So you did say you didn't.
I didn't say.
Can you still masturbate to her now?
Sure.
She passed away.
Oh, sure.
I was curious.
Yeah, but I don't think about her in the casket every
Yeah, not
time.
the corpse. Not the dead version.
Here's my funeral card.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll do it, but it'll take longer. Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
Yeah. But so back in the day, the way with girl, oh God, I'm so shy.
Did you both clean up so much with women when you were like new comics or like when you're
Jokies.
getting established?
We call them jokies.
Groupies.
Jokies, we call them.
Jokies. I thought they were chuckle fuckers.
Jokies.
I never had a groupie or a chuckle fucker. Well, maybe I
guys
did.
come up to you after the show.
Yeah, well, no, actually,
we always get the fucking guys coming over. And I'm like, girls.
actually, no,
I fucked up shit.
I did wind up sleeping with a 28-year-old comedy producer 3 years ago.
Yes, that would be an example.
All right, that's a good example. Yeah, all right.
There you go.
I have
It took a while.
story, but my wife's probably listening. But anyway, but Otto was watching. It was weird. Can I tell you one more great
Yes.
Otto story? We played Jenkinson's, and it brings up the name that I listen to those podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they
these
just brought up
podcasts?
Artie Fletcher out of nowhere.
Artie Fletcher.
You know Artie Fletcher?
Fletcher.
So somehow I hate this guy to the point where Otto goes, holy shit, Glenn, I never seen you hate somebody before. You're a really nice guy. And it just bugged me. Because they always say bad shit about Otto. And then he'd go, Artie Fletcher, I'm big in England. And I was like, you're fucking big everywhere. So we're in Jenkinson's and it's billed wrong, right? And Otto's played that how many fucking times? So I go up.
Why? What did it say?
I think Fletcher wasn't even on it, but his name was whatever it was. Otto was
Because Artie probably put it up himself.
like Bacoli used to do.
Yeah.
So, it's like Bacoli. So I go up, do my shit, good. I get off. Otto gets up, and these fucking two dicks in the front row, and so it was Joe Miller was our manager,
right?
So it's Joe Miller, Artie Fletcher, and the hypnotist dude.
Oh
But
God!
you know what I'm talking about, right? So it doesn't matter. So it's the four of us here. and Otto's on stage, and these guys start fucking with him, and George goes, "I'll take this fucking microphone, I'll take this fucking stand and run it through your fucking spleen."
Wow.
And I never heard Otto talk like it was George actually. So all of a sudden, like Joe Miller gets up and he's going to the front, right? So right about that point, the mic goes blank. Like the batteries run out.
Okay.
So this kid runs up there. And he grabs the
Wait, was this a wireless mic? I don't know why people still use those.
I always have a backup.
You always have batteries. You got
But the
batteries in them.
kid runs up, he grabs it, he runs back. It's like it had to be like at least a 10-minute delay, at least.
Oh no!
So he's like,
You have to have another wireless microphone with new batteries ready to go.
but this is the art of it. He gives it to Otto, and Otto goes, "Is it fixed?" And he goes, "Yes." He goes, "Great." And he goes and smashes it into a fucking
Wow.
He smashes into pieces, and he walks off the stage.
Oh shit!
I laugh and fall to the floor because that's funny. And Joe Miller's like, "Yeah, that's real funny. We're not going to get paid." And the other guy,
Was he the last comic?
Fletcher, yeah, he was. Fletcher's going, "No, that's Otto." It was all bullshit, but I don't give a fuck who you are. That's fucking funny, right? So now the microphone started out to be $50. And then the guy goes, "Yo,
started with an auction."
So and Otto goes,
25, 35, 45, here, 55.
Otto goes, "Sue me." He goes, "What do you want? My copy of Goodfellas and my Nikes or whatever?" I swear to God. And that was the line. And we never worked there again. When we didn't get paid, we didn't get paid.
Let me tell you something. With the mic out, I was doing a show recently too. I was doing an offsite and I was using my PA, and this big auditorium, and go up there, and we heard it was a tough room, but it's like a benefit for a girls softball thing. So it's my PA, and I knew I had a bad mic card, but I thought it was in the bag. So the two people go up that are running it, go, "Can we just say some things?" And I go, and the mic is cutting out. I'm like, "Ah, fuck." I go, "It's the bad cord."
Oh no.
And I go, "All right, I'll change it. I'll change it when I go up." So I'm seeing it. And I go up and I go, "Folks, just give me a second. I just want to get the new mic cord going," and blah, blah, blah. And the people all saw me set the PA up. I was dead. 20 minutes of nothing. They hated me.
No.
They hated
There's
me.
only so much you can riff about the mic cord.
Yeah, and then I got to stay because I'm lending the it's my PA. And with the other guys had a lead, I mean, they just ran, because they both, the one guy that was middle and was like pulling teeth for him, he headed for the hills, and then the guy that closed, he got him, but it was such a chore that he left so fast he forgot his phone. I had to chase after him with his phone.
Wow.
And meanwhile, I want to pack my shit and go, and I told them they got to still do raffles. And I go, I'm getting paid for the PA too. And I had to stay and sit and saute in hate.
You're based in your own juices.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds hot.
Yeah.
Glenn, you were doing it. Do you still do a show at that place? It's like a bar.
I fucked that all up.
What happened?
Well, one show
There's never triumphs with you. I never heard one triumph with you. And
Triumph?
my
It's
own
called
room.
experiences.
Yeah, I just got tired of doing it. I hate doing it. So Spotlight, that was my room, and it was great. And I tried doing the other one. So I had one of the worst ones. I had Rob White. Yeah, Rob.
Yeah, Rob
White. This other dude who was great. And I got so fucked because all of a sudden everybody from my whole life was there.
That
was a foot race, yeah.
And I tell the bartender, like, "Hey, don't overserve me."
Too late.
And then I got to the point where I was carried off stage, I believe. It was awful.
You believe?
It was awful.
I don't think that was the song.
It was awful. Yeah, it was really
ambulance.
bad. That was bad.
Oh,
wow.
I tried to do it with you. I got sick of doing, like, I can't stand setting it up. And then the Gino show, the system went down. There was a plug, and then Gino went and got it.
Audio issues give me so much anxiety.
You fucking crap.
I kind of love that room because it's so well lit. It's like so not a typical.
Overlit.
It's not a typical like comedy room. So you're just you're just looking at everybody. It's hard to stick to your set because you're like, all right, we're just.
But you crushed,
no.
and then she wouldn't drink. That was weird. I'm like, why would she drink?
Pregnant, I think.
I know. That's what I found out.
Well, probably saw you and go, I can't be like that.
Yeah,
Was I visibly pregnant yet?
No, you didn't tell us. You announced it like the next day or two on the show on your show. But you were like, White Claws? I was all ready. You're like, no, I'll drink them then.
That's the thing about someone who drinks a lot is like you really do notice when everyone's concerned when you're not drinking all of a sudden. It's like, yeah, that's.
And you-
'cause I remember
and I-
saying like people will know if I ever get pregnant because I'll be turning down drinks, which
But
is
you
rare.
did a sober set, and I appreciate that because I think I did that once.
I think I did that one.
Give it a whirl. I got to tell you about.
You gotta do sober sets every now and again to like make
I'm
sure
trying
you
to cut
can.
down. That's why I got this.
I know, and then I offer you booze as soon as you get here.
I got to tell you, with drinking and partying, when we did the Content House, Anthony up there.
Thank you for advertising.
I go, Anthony up there. Anthony and I were up there for a while singing, and I go back to
It was the best, one of the best karaoke's ever.
And I go back to the band, and because we have this band Emerald that we had. This is before Joe, whatever, that Anthony and I was in. We did a reunion show about 3 years ago, and we wanted to do another one. And I go, I don't know if Anthony's up to it. I go because he had the bypass and stuff like
This
that.
is before
and me.
your bypass.
This is before mine.
Not gay, both of yous gay.
Here's
I can't sing karaoke.
Here's the deal. I go, the both of us wound up singing and drinking and singing karaoke till 3:30 in the morning.
Holy crap.
So I
Go
go,
breaking my heart.
yeah. So I go back to the band and I go, I go, Ant can do it and I can do it. We drank and we sang till 3:30 in the morning. So we're both in,
Wow.
and
Okay, good.
And you're alive to tell this story.
do it.
And you're alive to tell this story.
Yeah, almost didn't make it out. Let me tell you something. They told me I embellished it in the ad. They say it's a 20% chance I'm not going to live, but in there was a 1% chance I wasn't coming back out. And they're wheeling you down the hallway. I'm like, holy cow, this could be it.
You really thought that was possible? Or did you...
My surgeon said there's a 1% chance. 1% chance of what? He could be a good fella. Dr. Smith.
You try to leave with a joke.
I mean, I feel like anytime you get anything done, there's a 1% chance.
Yeah.
Someone really screws it
And
up.
they wheel me in and they put me on the operating table and they go, "You are fucked," is what I am. And he started laughing.
And you said that. Okay.
Yeah.
You did leave with a joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm not.
That's what, it was important to me too. While I was giving birth, that I make everybody in the room laugh.
Oh, I had. It's a self-defense mechanism. I remember when they had to
Because you're so like vulnerable and awkward, and you're like, I gotta.
He had to pull a tube that was out of my leg.
Oh, I thought you were going to say out of your penis.
Oh no, they had to do that too.
Either
But
way, it's hot. I mean,
But there was this
My third
there was this
leg.
nurse that I had she was adorable, had a big crush on, and she goes, "Okay, I have to pull this out, but I'm gonna have to kneel on you. I'm gonna have to lay on your
how
leg
horrible.
for 45 minutes." And I'm like, "Wow!" I go, "I'll pay the copay. This is better than." I go, "This is better than Madam Chang's House of Pleasure."
Like,
I go,
can I
"This
tip?"
rules."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she was I had a big crush on her and lean on my leg. It was worth
When
having.
did you get did you get hard while this is happening?
No, there was no. Again, I'm wired. There's a
Okay,
wire
good.
there.
Okay,
that's-
good.
I gotta behave. Oh God!
I'm not gonna say.
But that was scary. Yeah. It just sucked me in the heart. Because
What sucked?
It sucked you.
No, but you're in the hospital and they're poking and prodding you all through the fucking night.
Your microphone's pointing
Have
at
that
the
removed.
ceiling, Glenn.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and they got you up at all hours of the night poking around. I thought I was married again. I'm like, Joanne, knock it the fuck off. You know what I mean?
Wow, how fun.
But yeah, and I got to tell you, the biggest help that I had was Anthony, because I talked to Ant, and Ant was my guidepost. I'm like, dude, I just want to sit here and stare at the wall. He goes, "You're gonna."
But you had he
Hope
had
he
a
will let you
quadruple
die.
and you had a
He had a
triple.
he had a quad, and I had a triple. Yeah,
Hope people let you die.
yeah.
I
So-
nothing
He went
funny.
like, brother man.
Brother man. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck with your triple.
How I don't understand. And Opie has always been nice to me, so I don't have an axe to grind with him. But with that
You
being
should.
said, how is he making his money now? How is he doing?
Don't know.
fucking viewers.
I mean, I would imagine he made probably a lot when he was famous with Anthony, and
losing.
hopefully
I
invested it well.
I hope he did. I mean, because he has the place out on the island. He's got the apartment in the city.
I fell into the trap to watch him and Ron the waiter because it's just awful. And then I watched who are these podcasts? I don't know who they are.
Who are these podcasts?
And you wrote the dabble thing. Like, I dabble.
I
learned
created
that.
Is that what Dabbleverse came?
I created the Dabbleverse.
Explain the Dabbleverse.
This is so stupid. This is like the dumbest. Have I ever? I don't know if I. Okay, so it's the pandemic. Frank is saying forever, like you should really interview Stuttering John. Like you're on, Anthony's network. Like you should, like this is part of the world. Like he's just somebody you should. You should know. You should interview him. Okay. And so I reach out to him. I like scheduled this interview, and it was definitely over COVID. So like I did it from like home. I had just started my podcast like in 2020, January of 2020, and then the pandemic happens like in March, and I'm like at my kitchen table, and I remember like to prepare for this, I didn't like. Because I wasn't like embarrassing. This is what I'm embarrassed for. I was not in high school. I wasn't an Opie and Anthony fan. I had a couple of my guy friends were, but like, that's what I regret. Like at the time I didn't like, and I grew up on Long Island. Like how did that evade me? I don't know. Maybe because I'm just like a girl and it wasn't, my friends were not all into it. But anyway, so I'm like, I asked Gino, like I'm interviewing Stuttering John, like what should I know about him? He's like, oh, he barely does comedy. He's like not really a stand-up. Like he was on the Tonight Show, this and that. So I had in my mind going into this interview, he barely does comedy. Like he barely does stand-up. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, so he's not really doing it. And then I was kind of new into podcasting, so John's camera froze. And I was like too afraid of conflict to tell him that it froze, or to tell him to restart his computer. I just sort of like let it be frozen, and like almost half of his interview was him with the frozen camera, just like
hysterical.
And like during this time, and I of course have my like giant glass of wine next to me, like because I was like anxious because I had researched this guy so much,
I'll just get drunk. Fuck it.
But I wasn't like a natural, I wasn't interviewing somebody like, oh, I was a big fan of yours. I didn't know all the lore. I just felt like I was playing catch up. Like I felt I had to like kind of quickly research this person and like make it polished and do a good job interviewing and even though I wasn't like a longtime fan, I'm like, I still want to do a good job. But then the camera froze, and then I was like, I got into asking about his stand-up. I'm like, I know you like sort of sometimes do stand-up. Like, are you finding that's what I said. I was like, do you think Trump was good for comedy? Because I think he had just won the first election. Right.
Yeah.
Is Trump good for comedy? And that was a question I had been asking people like all comedians at the time. Right. We were all talking about that. And he's like, oh, and he of course, then his TDS comes out and he's like, oh, I didn't know this was going to be political. And I'm like, well, I think asking
if Trump, the damn question.
I'm like, that's not really a political. I'm not asking you how to fix the Strait of Hormuz. I'm just saying, like,
I gotta say, like, did he want to fight the Strait of Hormuz? Is he good? But just Strait of Hormuz. Say it that way.
You know how to fix it. And then so he goes, I didn't know this was gonna be political. I don't know. And I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know if I knew that you kind of just dabbled in comedy. I don't know if like.
That's hysterical. Ding, 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 ding.
I said like I didn't know if you were able to do some gigs during. I said, have you been performing much during the lockdowns? Because like there have been pop-up shows. Our friend ran these secret shows out of his house. People were doing shows out of like pickup trucks and diner parking lots. Like there were plenty of opportunities if you really wanted to, if you were scrappy, to perform during the. And John's like, no, everything's shut down, which told me not scrappy. Like maybe didn't really want to perform. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, you kind of like dabble in comedy then, like because you're not really getting up right now. And so we're moving on, talking about something else. He goes, wait a minute. This is like minutes later.
So
I dabble in comedy. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't think you were really doing it. I at that time,
watch
like,
the set,
I don't even feel like I'm doing it that much. I just know every place I've ever performed. Every place you perform, you see who's coming up. You always look at the lineups, who's going to be there next week, next month. Whose photos up in the bathroom, that sort of thing. I've never seen his photo or his name anywhere I've ever gone. and he couldn't get over that I said that he dabbles in comedy, and then so maybe like he begrudgingly continues the interview because he probably thought like, who the fuck is this girl? Like, she should be kissing my ass. Like, I am Stuttering John from The Tonight Show, from Howard Stern fame. And then at one point it comes back around, like he asks me about like my stand-up. He's like, because you do comedy, right? And then I'm like, yeah, I dabble. And that pissed him off like so much.
How great is that line?
And I just was like, I was so, but like, I'm amazed that I handled it as well as I did, because you see me just anxiously sipping the wine, because I was like panicking on the inside. I'm like, this is going horribly. He's about to log off. Like, he's about to cuss me out.
You got to be.
That is a great.
It shows him how.
And now there's
self-conscious. That's great.
You're natural.
The dabble,
the dabble thing. You created a whole fucking.
But I blame Gino for that, because he put it in my mind that he kind of doesn't really do stand up.
But you have to be so.
Sorry.
You have to be so uncomfortable with yourself to be that self-conscious about that. I mean, I was doing a mic 2 years ago, and I'm working on a bit about this girl that I dated that like Bruce Springsteen. She had a pet bear, and blah 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 blah. So this girl goes up, who's hosting it, and she's not doing that long. She goes, "Well, that's a great job, Joe," laughing about how you got rid of somebody's comfort animal. Which exactly, which is the funniest thing I've ever heard. And I told her, I go, that night was so hysterical. And the thing about it is, I'm more advanced than everybody in that room. I'm there just working on material. I'm no better than, and it was a great line is a great line.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. And I'm like, you know who I am? But there was one guy that I was doing this, was at a mic, and I'm working on a bit, and it's a bit that was in a set. I forgot what it was, been a couple of years ago.
About the funeral cards?
No, we retired that. But the guy comes up to me, and I don't know this guy, and he's an open micer, and he goes, hey, I got a little advice for you. I'm like, okay.
And you're how many years in at this point?
Oh, yeah. I go, okay. And he goes, you could turn the tape recorder off. Like,
what?
Okay. And he goes, when you do this, you should say that. I go, but it really doesn't fit, because it does. No, it should fit. I go, but I do this portion of it live in my live set. No, I don't think. And I'm like,
how old is this person?
He wasn't that young. I mean, he had to be maybe around my age. But
he was green.
Yeah, but I'm like, what the? Who are you?
The confidence you have to have.
Who are you? And you know what? Even if the new guys come up to me, I got a great line. What do you got, man? Hey Joe, but when you come up, it's just your attitude. It's like you could turn it. Who are you?
Right.
Who the fuck are you?
Wow.
And I'm like, I mean, if you came up and said, hey, I think I got something that might help that line.
Right.
What do you got, man? What do you got? That's writers. We're writers.
And everybody wants to, it's exciting because it's like, wow, somebody was listening to my bit.
Yeah. So I think this guy was an open micer that, gets a little bit more laughs than the other guys do. Mm-hmm. And then he sees this new guy in there and he goes, I'm going to talk to this guy.
Take you down a couple pegs.
Yeah, they're going to talk to you.
What was the thing Frank had at Lucy's? And I had a judge.
It was like he had like a couple
contests. And I had judged these comics, and he had won something. So he gets up there. He had won the last one. So he gets up there, and he's got his back against the wall, and he's like he's phoning it in.
Who was it? Like, who was it?
And he was doing new stuff. So my job is to fucking badmouth you, which I don't want to do. But this guy made it easy.
It was like a contest, and then we had to we were the judges, so we got to roast.
Yeah, and I was just
everybody.
I go, dude, first of all, I go, you're lazy. You're doing this and this. You already look lazy. And second of all, you won the last contest and you're doing new stuff, that's cool. But you won the last contest with this stuff and you're too cocky with this stuff. And Virginia was so upset. You hurt his feelings. I go, no, my job was to fucking tell him what the fuck.
He'll probably remember that for the rest of his life.
I had to sit up there. I love that room.
I really loved those. Looking back, those were so much fun. Roasting the contestants.
The lady with the leg. Were you at that show? The lady with the leg. Oh my God. It was one of my shows. So I had Johnny O headlining. So Frank is, and I go, no, don't charge my friends Like, just charge him this much, you know. I get the so he goes this. I go, I don't know who the fuck she is. She had crutches, right? So she sits in. I'm hosting. So Johnny O gets up. He's
I think I remember that.
Johnny O's up on stage, and the woman with the crutches sitting in the front row gets up, and she's walking out with her crutches. And make it. And Johnny O's like, she's going out to find her lost shoe. Right? Right? We all thought it was funny.
Right, because
She's missing
had
a fucking
cast.
leg.
Oh,
Who the
right.
fuck has crutches, missing a leg, going to a fucking comedy show? So she's bitching
so
to Frank,
crazy.
bitching to fucking Frank. And so my friend is playing the band room in front, and he goes, oh, fuck. He goes, she was outside smoking a cigarette, and her pant leg was going. But
Sorry, but if you're missing a leg, you should not be smoking. You should be doing everything you can to
to live.
To live.
Our
Yeah.
friends stayed the whole show. And in my defense, we were like, is it new? Like, did she just get cut off? Why does she have a fake leg?
Right. Is this a new
So Frank, the next day,
ailment?
Frank writes the nicest thing not nicest thing, he wrote funny on Facebook. And then Johnny O goes, her favorite movie is Footless. And then that thing went like this.
the comment?
Shut up.
And my wife said, would you make fun of her? And I said, I don't think I would have. I probably would not, but I don't know. You sit in the front row and you're missing a leg.
You have to mention it.
You have to.
How does somebody go to a comedy show with a very obvious physical ailment like that and not expect to be? You're going to be
But
the whole
even
show.
sometimes you got to do it. Like David Bryan, the keyboard player in Bon Jovi. If Don Jameson is working the club or Bobby Kelly, he'll come out to see the show. Now, I do a joke in my act that about rock stars getting old. I go, yeah, John Bon Jovi is doing now doing commercials for Advil. And I go, I don't want my rock gods on Advil. I want them on cocaine and Jack Daniels where they belong. So I see David Bryan and I go, I gotta do. Should I do the joke? So I write Davin, and I go, "Here's the situation." He goes, "If you do not do that joke, I will never talk to you again."
Oh.
And I did the joke, and he laughed and stuff like that. And I go, "Yeah, sorry, I'm goofing on the boss." And he goes, "No, that's funny." And I'm saying in the back of my mind, he might go to rehearsal and go, "Yeah, there's a comic that's busting your balls," your Advil commercials,
And that's a good support by Davin on that one.
Yeah, because you got, sometimes you got to call from the field. You got to call the home office from the field. What should I do? What should I do?
A fat Mark. You know, Otto did the Dirty Dozen. So on the flip side was the heaviest dozen. So there was this guy up in Springfield, Mass, and he booked us, and he loved Otto. So we go up
Did
there.
you tour with him all the time?
Not for a while. I was doing stuff before him, and that kind of I should have. Well, anyway, but so we go up to. So he's in a wheelchair. This guy Sullivan, Mark Sullivan, my God. So we go to his house, and he's got like the chair gets him up and his thing. So we get to the show. It was like a 200 whatever it was. It was like an Italian American fucking club. So I go.
That's what the sign actually said at the front.
Italian. So the girl I was with at the time, I said, I'm not going to do the Christopher Reeve shit because he's in a wheelchair. If you played a church, you wouldn't do the Jesus show. I go, probably not. He's paying me, right? She runs to Otto and she goes, he's not going to do the. And he goes, why are you not going to do the fucking? He's not handicapped. He's fucking fat. Swear to God. So right. So I don't do it. I go up. I respect. I don't do it. Otto gets up there. The first fucking joke. The puppet goes, hey, what's with these fucking handicapped people getting all the good spots? Why don't you park back there and roll your asses to the mall? And he looks just at me, George, of course. The puppet looks at me. I'm like, you fucking
Wow.
bullshit.
There
Mark Sullivan. Mark Sullivan, he was a big fat comic. He's dead.
Is that Mike Sullivan, Erwin?
No, it wasn't Mike Sullivan. It was Mark Sullivan.
I've been thinking about this the whole time. Joe, the girlfriend you had when you were going through your triple bypass, are you still with her?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's a solid lady.
Yeah, well, it's off air is a different story, so we'll see what happens. But we'll see. But there's a story about doing a joke where Henry Winkler is one of the sweetest men. You ever want to meet? Yeah. But
Allegedly.
He's on Opie and Anthony. And Henry says, oh, you know, he goes, I was dyslexic, and that was thing. So Anthony goes, so on happy days, by accident, did you go, yeah, instead of hey? It was one of the funniest lines. And Henry, he was a little
Really
hurt
is.
by that line. But I was talking to Anna, and I go, Aunt, you had to do that
What
line.
a stupid thing to be hurt by.
Funny.
Yeah, he didn't say he was hurt, but you could. But I go, you had to do that line.
Yeah.
That line was hysterical. You never. I go, yeah. He goes, you look kind of. I go, you would have never. You never would have forgiven yourself if you did not
Be
do
up
that
every
line.
night
So
thinking
wasn't
about
the
it.
Fonz. As a kid, I had problems, and I write celebrities.
With the Fonz, or just
I write
problems,
celebrities,
period.
and I write, hey, I watch your show every week. Please send me an autographed picture. So the first one I got was Jimmy Walker. It was black and white, and he gave me the Jimmy Walker like card, like I'm in the group. So the next one I write, my father always thought it was funny. I write, please send me a color picture, and it was Henry Winkler. So it was like a postcard, and it was written. He's like, I enjoy poetry and dancing. I'm like, this ain't the fucking Fonz.
Yeah.
We have to give you upstairs.
You ever do that in the act?
Glenn, upstairs.
That's a great law. That's
I
a
don't
great
do real
bit.
life.
We have an autographed Henry Winkler headshot
do.
upstairs
Yeah.
that like
Do you
we gave to my father-in-law. We were thinking we got it at a convention. Like we went to all this trouble to get him this signed Henry Winkler autograph thing, and then we give it to him. I think it's for Christmas or something. We like bought it so many months in advance. It was either his birthday or Christmas, both in December, obviously. So we finally give it to him. He opens it up. We think, wow, this is going to be such a hit. He goes, Rick's dad goes, I don't even like Henry Winkler. We're like, what?
Fucking fag.
Who doesn't like Henry Winkler?
That's how, of course, as a kid, I like poetry and dancing. I'm like,
Oh, you're a little gay boy.
Flying motorcycles and leather jackets.
they said he was never on. They had to pull him through. Like it was never an active
on the motorcycle?
The only
Good
time
ride.
that first
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
me.
that he wound up going into garbage pails and shit, and he said, "All right, we got to drag you along."
the shark.
Now, Chrissy, I got a question for you. Where did
You didn't raise your hand.
okay, Miss Mayor.
Yes.
Where and when did you start? What year did you start?
2010 or 2011. My first show was at the old comics on I think it was 14th Street.
Okay.
Which I don't think, when it closed down, I don't think it ever became another club. It was just like briefly, I forget who like was booking it at the time, and then I started doing open mics with at New York Comedy Club. It's called like Super Ego.
Right.
And who ran it? This gay guy and this fat
Ruppelmeyer.
lawyer lady.
Not
No,
Ruppelman?
Michelle Dombrowski and this gay guy. I forget his name.
Not Ruppelman?
Dale something. Dale Sorensen, maybe. And they were actually really, really cool. Like, because he was just like an old school gay guy, and she's just like an obese. She like literally like lost a leg and died of diabetes. Like that's how. Yeah. And they were so supportive of me. They were like, we'd do these shows, they'd give us notes, and like, it just was such a positive experience. Like that's how I came up. It's like you do bringers,
Now
and
you
like
started in the city because you lived on Long Island.
I never
on the island.
started on Long Island. I took
What were you doing on Long Island?
I took from Rockville Center. I took a comedy class with Judy Carter at I think
I have her book.
at
We all have a
Governor's.
book.
That's for fucking jokes.
The Comedy Bible. And I
book.
remember I took it. I think,
a good book.
I took it
Not
with
for me.
my mom in the summer of I think maybe like 2005 or 2006, like
Right.
after college, because I had done improv while in college and I was like curious about stand up. And then while I was in college, I interned because I thought I wanted to be a reporter. So I interned at Dateline. And I was like, well, this sucks. Then I interned at Conan. And I was like, okay, comedy might be more my speed. And then started doing improv after I graduated. So then I got into the improv track, and I did 5 years of like UCB, Magnet Theater, one woman show, and then did stand up because I was like really intimidated by stand up at first. But I remember in my intern class, Liz Mealy was in there, and she
Oh, wow.
was already
All
a
right.
stand up, been doing stand up since 16 years old.
Yeah.
Which I never understand like what 16-year-old has anything to say, but like, that people do it. Didn't Chappelle start at that age too?
Yeah.
So, people can do it, obviously have been successful at it. I just think back to like, what the hell would I have had to say at that age? And also this guy, Ellie Kemper was in that same intern class at Conan, and she went on to meet and then marry writer Michael Coleman, and then went on to be in The Office, as we all know, and then Bridesmaids and all the other
I
things.
don't watch this. I don't know.
She's like the redheaded
I know
girl.
That's all I need to know. Nice to me.
that was that. Yeah, just came up through. Yeah, never thought to start on Long Island because I was always had some day job in the city, so it made more sense. After whatever day job,
All right.
I would go. I would
What are you doing, like Joe Franklin?
I would do improv from like really 7 to 9. Usually stay, watch another improv show or something. Like, you know, you have to put in your time and hang out and like learn by watching like the better shows.
Always.
Then wouldn't get home till like 10, 11, 12 every single night. I was coming home at that hour, and then head hits the pillow up back to your day job. Did that for years and years. And then when I started stand up, really same thing. Whatever day job, go and do a bunch of mics, get home late. Did that for years.
Ever since I was 16, I was telling a friend tonight, ever since I was 16, that my life revolved, how was it going to affect the band? How was it going to affect the band? How was it going to affect the band? Then, you know, and then when I started doing comedy, how was it going to affect comedy and the band? Okay. And it's, I was talking to my friend tonight, and it's affected a lot of my relationships, where the relationship I'm in now, I mean, it's been pretty steady, but I don't know where we're going with it. But I'm afraid that if I go with a civilian can't understand this.
Well, that's the thing with women.
Right?
It's like,
You don't say that civilian thing, and people don't understand what a civilian is.
Like we're in the armed forces.
That don't.
Like,
I'm
hey, when you're
sorry.
on Facebook, a civilian writes a joke before we do. Motherfucker.
Like,
A civilian, for everybody out there, is somebody that doesn't do comedy or not an entertainer.
Yeah.
well, that's the tricky thing about like women in general. When you're in a relationship with them, they kind of want to be put first in your life. Like,
Yeah, you know,
what's
and that's
tricky.
kind of a tough thing when this is all you've ever done. Because, like I said, my dad died when I was a kid. Music and comedy is what was my friends. I always wanted to be a comic
music
musician.
and comedy was your dad.
Yeah, and that pretty much is. And then I hooked up with Anthony and Joe Cumier, and essentially that was the same deal with them. And then in 1986, I'm working at a fence company, and my buddy goes, "Yeah, I have a friend starting tomorrow. You're gonna like him. He's a funny guy. His name's Adam Ferrara." Adam starts. We didn't work. We just wrote jokes all day.
Wait, where were you working?
Walt Woman Fence.
Oh, okay, right, the fencing. He was a
By the
fencer
mall?
too.
Yeah, right. So I go to Anthony's apartment, and I go, we're going to the OBI. OBI's was this club.
The Oak Beach Inn.
Oak Beach Inn.
Save the OBI.
Save the OBI. And I go, Friday we're going to the OBI. You got to come. You got to meet this guy, Adam Ferrara. He goes, "We got our friends." And I go, "You don't understand."
That's all wrong.
And then he went out, and then it was, we were off to the races, and we've been friends. We've all been friends ever since after that. And then Adam got
Nice, you let him in.
Yeah. Well, he was the one. It was very interesting because he was the one when he got out of college, he was selling telescopes at him. And he goes, "I'm not going to sell telescopes." So he tells his father, "I got my degree. I'm going to do what I want to do." So he goes, "I'm going to go to East Side Comedy Club and see if how to get in there." I go, "Well, you got to be a professional. You just can't go in there." He goes, "I'm going down there to check it out." And he goes in there, and he winds up getting an open mic thing, and we all go. He was great. Richie Minervini took to him that night. Tom Agnegno from Omnipop
Where
did
was
that
the
night.
East Side?
It was on Jericho Turnpike over in Huntington.
Okay.
And Adam was off then about a year or so later. I mean, I didn't have the success he did, but I started it, and then Anthony would be sitting at home. Ant, come on out to a mic. Come on out to a mic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to hang out. Ant, come on out. So you would go, meet George Gallo, meet Darren Dillon, you all my guys, but I'm going to sit and watch TV. And you're leaving going, one of the most beautiful, brilliant comic minds is sitting at the house. And then when we had the band Rotka, we did a parody of Gonna Shock OJ, the OJ Simpson thing. And then Opie wanted to meet Joe, who wrote the song. Anthony went down there knowing that.
He was on Start with that, right?
Yeah, well, it was before doing the Jackie imitation.
But I thought the song got on there too. The song parody.
They never got on Stern.
No?
It got on Opie. It got on the Opie show.
Didn't get on?
No, but and then then those guys were off to the races. But it's just from trying and pushing and pushing and trying and trying, and pushing, So and to the victor goes the spoils. I mean, those guys are hysterical. Mm-hmm. It's like it's nice to have some of the most friends that are most hysterical people on on the planet. as your friends, because now there's the bar. You got to try to get to that bar.
It's good to always keep, like, that's what is so great about you, Joe, is like that you've always kept such a humble, good attitude. And it's true. Like you have no control over what comes, like what opportunities, like, but you have control over your output, right?
Yeah.
So like, just if you keep that consistent, like, and if you're happy with your, if you're happy with your input, fuck this whole metaphor.
You got
the
this.
side is kicking in.
You want something in the mason jar?
No. Like focus on you. You have control over your effort, your work, and then like whatever comes
It's
back.
all up to it's all up to you. I blame myself for a lot. Like I got a bunch of video I got to edit. I haven't had the chance. The times I got to do it. But you know what? Well, this guy got this, and this guy. Well, because you're not working as hard as the other guy. So I've always.
I mean, you remember when like someone would get something, a show, and people won't like it.
Yeah.
Like when Saw was doing the science act and shit. But when we went, you went out of your way to introduce me to Anthony.
Yeah.
And then within 5 minutes, Anthony's doing Dice. I'm doing George. I'm like, this is so fucking surreal.
Because we're two asshole construction workers. Because we're two asshole construction workers.
You know, it was
that's all we are. Well, we're two asshole construction workers. That's what we are.
Adam Hunter.
Oh my gosh, Adam Hunter! I remember like
him.
he before I started doing stand up, like he was one of the first comics I remember like
when
seeing
he made it, I was like, son of a bitch, that's cool.
Not only, and I got to tell you a side story. I worked with Adam Hunter last month. Okay, Adam Hunter's dad used to be David Bowie's was it David Bowie's manager or no? I'm sorry. He used to be Alice Cooper's manager.
Whoa.
We were in the green room, Uncle Vinny's. A very amazing stories this guy had. Amazing stories.
Vanilla Ice. That was his whole act when I saw him.
Adam, very nice guy, and the father. Amazing stories about being in rock in the 70s.
Wow, that's
the guy.
Cool.
When you were on Gutfeld. And I'm watching the show, and there was 2 points. I went, and I said to Frank, I go, why they edited her twice? And
don't get me started on that.
Yeah, we're going to.
Frank goes, how did you know that? I go, because I watch shit. I like that side of it. And they edit. I know one joke.
They edited out like 2 jokes that I really liked. They were just very tepid black jokes. Oh,
it was so good.
They edited out these 2 tepid black jokes. Like one was about Stacey Abrams.
Yeah.
She was complaining that like the thing that Democrats do, she was complaining that the Republicans do. Like she said something like, there's votes missing. Like they're hiding votes. And I said something like, they should check in between the gap in Stacey Abrams' teeth or something like that. It was so stupid. It was like just a joke anybody would make. And then the other one was, what's that black press secretary that was working under Biden?
Oh, the one with the moppy hair.
The hair.
Yeah, the hair. She had a crazy name.
Yeah.
Matt, someone look it up. Anyway, so they were talking about, wow, how is she going to do? How is she going to, because while she was, she would say that, like, before she was a press secretary, she would say all the reporters from Fox are racist. They're racist. She would talk shit about all these reporters. And so people were like, well, how is she going to do now that she's press secretary? She'll be working directly with all these Fox reporters. Yeah. And so obviously Gutfeld, Karine Jean-Pierre, thank you.
And that's a tough name to remember. It's a tough name to say, and it's a tough name to remember.
Picture someone in a beret.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously Gutfeld was on Fox, and I was like, why don't I do a funny Fox joke? I was like, that's horrible. They really shouldn't associate people, from Fox being all racist. And by the way, I really loved her in Get Out. And like they cut that too.
Well, you can see the first one I knew. That one I knew. The first one, you were setting up the one with the lady's teeth. I think, did you get that through or no?
That got cut too. They cut those 2 jokes.
I see the cut. I'm like, holy shit. Right? It was a cut. And then I said to Frank, and Frank goes, how the fuck do you know she edited? I watched when Otto was on, they edited 2 things. You can tell where the cut is. And I said,
and I'm like, I don't think they're cutting other people like they're cutting my shit. And I said, what are the 2 jokes? And he told me what they were. I was like, I knew it was a Stacey Abrams joke. I'm like, why were they? I still to this day don't understand like what was so bad.
I'm not being. Have you been back?
No.
Okay.
Voss is
I
like
don't have
shining
any
on
hard
that.
feelings.
Voss is shining on that show. Voss.
Good. I'm glad.
I used to love Tough Crowd with those guys would be in the middle of a subject, stop and just goof on Voss for 5 minutes. Voss wasn't even on the show that night.
Wow, that's great.
It was what a
And
great
he's
show that
behind
was.
you too. That's a
Yeah.
signed.
I have a
Rick
really
Ross
old
poster.
Irish guy in the bar, Porty. He's called Porty, and he loves Gutfeld. And he's like, the guy with the Jew fucking thing. He's very fucking
Is that
funny.
an Irish Jewish accent?
That was my Irish accent. The guy with the, he's very funny.
You know what's interesting with Colin? Colin has a post up. He's talking about Roadhouse, how Roadhouse was the girl that they cast to be the nurse in Roadhouse, and he's going, yeah, well, she was doing this fancy movie, and they go, well, you got another movie for you. It's called Roadhouse. What's it about? It's about a roadhouse. You're going to play a doctor. Well, a doctor what? Just a doctor that takes care of, takes care of the guy. Well, and then the guy that the mean guy, he actually paid for her education, and it doesn't make sense. And then he ruined the movie because everybody loves Roadhouse. It's a cool movie. You start watching Roadhouse, and now you're dissecting Roadhouse, and you're going, this movie really sucks. And it's because Colin started it, dissecting it, and you look at everything else in Roadhouse and go, this movie's fucking stupid. Wow. And I've been watching, and that's like a cancel all, like Crazy Margaret said, cancel all appointments. That's a cancel all appointments movie that comes on. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm watching Roadhouse now.
I have never seen it.
Oh, yeah, I've never saw it?
I have so many movies that I would be embarrassed to say that I haven't seen before. Yeah.
I never saw Reservoir Dogs. That's a movie I got to see. Yeah, right. Exactly. I never saw Reservoir Dogs.
Sucking each other's dicks yet.
Yeah. Was that Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction? I think it was Pulp Fiction.
I don't know. I said it to my boss.
That's just something he
I just wanted a high five. I just wanted a high five. He faked something. I go, let's not suck each other's dicks yet. He was like, I just want a fucking high five. I think he's Irish. Too. I can't do Irish here.
Pretty good.
But I got a good voice. Sorry. Caroline's. So it was a nasty show. So it was, what's her name? Lisa Lampanelli, Voss, Otto. And then Otto, before a cell phone, Otto goes, hey, I think come down. I'll get you on the show. Okay. But in typical Glenn fashion, I went down with my friends. We drank. We get there and he goes, hey, I got you on the show. So Louis Ferranda?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Voss is the host. And then I go up and Louis is like, it's prom night. When you see that light, get off the stage. That light right there. Like, so I get up and I'm doing really well. I'm doing good. And I keep looking at the light and I look over to my left and Lampanelli's going like this.
Oh, no.
So I go, hey, fuck her, I'm killing. And I
Oh, no.
yeah, I swear. So I go to the closing time at a gay bar. I do that joke. And then I saw this other light over there going, oh, fuck, I was looking at the wrong light.
More lights.
So it was like a movie. I get off stage and I come down and Lampanelli goes, I love you. Not only do you come out with a plastic cock your first time, but Caroline should go over the light. I'm like, I didn't go over the light. And then I go, and then he goes, I told you. I go, no, it was the right. I go, I never went over light in my life. I'm not going to start at Caroline's. And I walk past, and then there's Otto. I go, Otto, I got in trouble. I went over light. And Otto goes, just like we planned. Right? Which I don't understand. I get home, and my answer machine message goes, hey, I got you a spot at fucking Caroline's. He goes, I'm going to tell you do 5, but do 7.
Wow.
Is that fucking bizarre?
I got caught that way. There was a bar in Bayshore called Mary Carroll's. And I'm doing a show. The guy, Jim Engel, was running it. And he goes, go up and do 10 minutes. And I go up and doing 10. There's a guy that was there, and his name just escaped me. Not only a funny comic, a phenomenal musician. And he is
Paul Bond?
Not Paul. Oh God, I forgot.
Bruce Springsteen.
Great, and his
That's
band,
topical.
Ed Ryan, and his name is Ed Ryan. And Ed Ryan his band was such a great musician, and his band was so good. He had a band called Wide Awake, I think it was. And Rotgut went head to head, and Rotgut was, we had the show, we had everything. And they beat us fair and square twice, and Ed never lets me forget about it. But nonetheless, he's at the gig, and I'm at 10 minutes, and Ed's in front of me, go, stretch. And I go, oh, okay. I do another 5. And I'm going, all right, folks, thank you so much. Stretch.
Oh, shit.
Stretch. I do another 5. I get done.
This is music or you're doing stand-up on stage?
Stand-up.
Okay.
I get done. Jim Engel comes up to me and starts bawling me out. Where do you get off doing 20 minutes? You will only. I go, because Eddie's in front of me. Where's Ed? Where did Ed go? He set my ass up. It was
Oh,
and
no.
to this day, and I feel bad for Jim because he's having some medical issues. I love the guy.
Fuck him, he'll get over it.
But if I till this
Sorry, God
day,
bless.
if I see Jim, that was 15. He still doesn't believe. I think Ed even told him. Still doesn't believe me.
That's so funny.
He'll take it to his grave.
You're so scared of going over as a new comic, but then when you're an old comic, you're like, it doesn't matter as much as they make you think it does in the beginning.
Well, speaking of Paul Bond, I was at Chuckles, and
Name dropper.
yes, and I'm starting. I know I have 5 minutes, and I go up. I get done. Paul starts chewing the shit out of me. He goes, you were only supposed to do 5 minutes. You did 10 minutes. I go, I don't have 10 minutes. And we laugh about it. We laugh about it till this day. But yeah, so.
I would end a career, not end a career, but if I was booking a comic and I told you do this and you went over and I'm showing the light
I think if you're a minute or two over, I think that's fine. But yeah, if you go 5-10 minutes over, then that's like
You got it.
You're doing good.
Right.
I let
Right.
you
If you're
go.
doing good.
But if you're bombing, you do your closing joke
gotta
and
go.
it gets a big laugh. Now you think you have an extra 2 minutes. No, you fucking should have got off right there. And that would bug the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, the people wouldn't know.
And I would never book you again. I wouldn't book you. I'm like,
You got to know your time. And even if you're having a fantastic set and it's one of those sets where you're loving the crowd, it's good. You look and it's like I got a minute left. Then it's a minute left. It's sorry, it's a minute. You got a minute left.
Let me name some names. But there was a lot of them. Like Jesus,
What, people who went
get the
over?
fuck off the stage. Yeah, like it's. He
Who?
did good.
Name them.
No, I can't right now.
They're not gonna watch.
There was I went for a seminar. Funny. I did a seminar. I went to a seminar in the city, and the guy that was teaching it.
Judy Carter.
No, not
Don't
Judy.
be money.
Funny.
Don't say dick, cunt, or cock.
Yeah,
Okay, Judy.
but
She's the original.
oh yeah,
Karen.
yeah.
Cunt.
But
But anyway.
Why don't you like Judy?
Because that was all bullshit. I went to the class down the side and the thing
think I
and the
took the
thing.
class
Right?
too,
I
yeah.
swear you were there. I think I met you there. Because you were in Long Island. And I was like, God, somebody I fucking know from Long Island. But it was all bullshit. Don't talk about ejaculation. I think, who the fuck are you?
I bought
these
the
things that everyone-
book. As a matter of fact, Patrice laid into me one time. What, you read Judy Carter's book? And I'm like, it's actually good.
Fucking funny. That's
funny.
It's actually good.
Well, when you're black, you don't have to read a Judy Carter book. You can just be yourself on
Say
stage.
colored, please.
Or as Gina would go, the you know who's.
Patrice had died, and I had DePaulo at Rudy's. It was right. So I went back to the green room. I said to him, hey, sorry for your loss. I go, he was always nice to me. And without missing a beat, DePaulo goes, you were the guy. Like, boom, like that was the fucking cool.
I was on Aunt's Opie and Anthony, and I was pushing a gig. That I was doing out at the Calgary Cave, the Comedy Cave in Calgary. And
Is it all spelled with a K?
funny. That's funny. But I'm on. I'm plugging a show. I'm headlining out there. I'm out there for a week. And I'm excited, and we're doing our plugs, and he's like. I go, yeah, Foot, where are you going to be? I'm going to be at the Comedy Cave over in Calgary. And where is that? I go, in Calgary? And what are you doing there? I go, I'm headlining. You're not a headliner. And I go, I could close. How much time you got? I go, I get 50 consistent. I could close. I don't know. I get out there, and the club manager picks me up from the airport. We're driving. He goes, who is Patrice O'Neill?
Oh, fuck.
And I go, he's a great
way.
comedy, funny comic from New York. People are asking me if he's going to be here this week because he heard him on the radio.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, bro. So it's the last night of the run, and this girl comes up to me and she goes, I heard you're in Open Anthony, and you're really. I go, I'm not Patrice. No, I know who you are. You're Joe Currie. I'm like, I hugged her.
Wow.
I go, Patrice bashed the shit out of me on the
funny.
radio. And then there was one time we were working. Davin and I were working this club in Michigan, the Holly Hotel. You ever guys worked the Holly Hotel?
I don't get much out of this
The
thing.
people that
No, I've only been to I've only been to Appleton, Wisconsin, not Michigan.
well, we're out there, and I'm out there the first time, and the headliner gets chicken, the middle gets salad. But not salad. They chopped a head of lettuce in half, threw a couple of
wedge.
tomatoes at it, and there's your fucking salad.
A wedge salad.
Yeah, well, it's like but it's like 2 tomatoes and half a thing of lettuce. They didn't do anything else. So I go on Opie and Anthony. We're going back out there again, and I tell the story. And I'm on the way home, and David calls me and goes, "What did you say on the show?" I go, "What are you talking about?" Well, they called the club. He said somebody's bashing the gig and blah blah blah. I go,
Jesus.
"I was just talking about the salad. Why did you mention the salad?" I don't know.
Giving them fucking plugs.
I know.
Yeah.
So we get out there. Now I'm in the room, and I'm sitting there, and the room, and they treated us horribly.
Oh, no.
Horribly,
They'd all
both times. Yeah, and the room manager standing right next. We know who said that shit. And I'm like, uh-oh. She
You
goes,
literally only talked about the salad. That's it.
yeah. And she goes, and she said,
Oh,
we
please.
found out who said that shit. And Davin's like, who? Somebody on NPR. And I almost slipped and said, you're not even fucking close.
Oh wow.
You know, I thought the jig was up, but it was like NPR. What do you get NPR for? You know, it's like, shut up, Joe.
Could I end my career by doing a 9/11 Davin Rosenblatt story?
Yes.
Okay. So 9/11,
Happens.
we're booked at the Fireman's Pub in New Jersey, and it was me and 2 New York City comics. I can't remember. So the whole shit goes down. So around 12, Davin calls up and he goes, "Hey man, I think I'm gonna have to get Jersey comics. I don't think you guys gonna be able to go over the bridge." I'm like, "What?" I go, "What the fuck?" I go, "I don't give a fuck.
You're
Give me a
still having the
helicopter."
gig?
I have to
I
defend.
swear, but no, watch. I go, and then he called me back and he said, "Oh shit, you're right." But a month later, and at that point, I thought I was going to quit comedy because I couldn't make a joke about it. I went to a bar the next day and he goes, "Got any jokes? Got any jokes?" The guy says, "No, I don't. There's nothing fucking funny about it." But then a month later, we played the Fireman's fucking Pub, and then I realized why I do comedy. I made these people laugh. But he really thought we were going to do a show on 9/11.
And the thing about it, and in Davin's
At the Fireman's
defense,
Pub.
but here's the deal. In Davin's defense, I know the story. Davin wanted that show canceled. And the guy's like, "Fine, no, we should do the show. I don't know." And Davin's like, "Are you out of your mind?
Well, I'll give you that.
Do you know what just happened today?" So in his defense,
All right, I'll take that then.
Davin did not like.
He
I
didn't
think
tell
the show
me
got
it.
canceled. And after Davin telling him, "Are you out of your?" And you're a fireman of all people. Are you a
Wow.
lunatic?
So we do the show a month later, and that's when you realize this is why you do comedy. And Tom Cermak,
Yeah,
remember
Tommy.
Cermak?
Tommy's still out there.
Tommy Cermak, like he goes, I don't want to talk about 9/11. He goes, "But I lost a lot of friends at the fifth show and all this shit." He goes, and the thing I'm pissed off about, he goes, "I've masturbated every day since I was 13."
Wow.
And he goes, and that was, I couldn't masturbate that night. And I thought that was
He's got
such a
morals.
And you know what? He'll
fucking-
never forget that.
brilliant joke. But I
Yeah.
couldn't never do a joke. And that almost killed me because I always do current events. And I couldn't do a joke about it.
Deep in a box in my garage, and I bump into it in a blue moon. I have the tragedy sensitive set where where you had to work around all of that shit, and it was rough. It was rough going.
South
Trying to get back,
Carolina. So I was about to make it. So I was about to break. And
Who?
then Saad Sawana.
Satsawana is a Pakistani comic.
He was about to, and they started calling him, "Hey, don't come out." Because after 9/11, we don't want a Pakistani comic. So he called me on like a Thursday.
No Browns.
And I wish I would have recorded it. He had this longest rant ever. And Dawson's Creek somehow was involved in it, which I wish I remember. And I go, "Saad, that is the funniest shit." I go, "But you can't do it." I go,
He's doing.
You can't do it.
He's
No.
doing good though.
Oh, no,
he's doing good
great.
though. Now he's got his own. He's got his own science show.
But he was on the
TV.
2020. He did a 2020 special.
Yeah,
John Stossel with all Muslim comic.
Right.
Oh wow.
But it was like his message on his machine said, I did not blow up your towers.
Very funny, really great guy, funny guy, and he's out in California now, and he's doing very, very well. He's doing stand up, and he's got a show, a TV show on Science and Comedy, something like that. So he's doing really
cool.
good, and it's like he's a very smart man. I mean,
He's a nuclear physicist.
Yeah, he's a nuclear physicist.
What? Who does comedy instead?
He goes, I came here. And I used to get beat up as a kid. Now they take the knives away from me at the table. He's acting so fucking funny. I love that dude. And he was the nicest guy.
There's a comic on Long Island. She's an open micer, a very nice Russian woman. And I go down to this guy, Charlie Burkett, very nice guy. He'll have me come down with he gives me work.
Oh, yes, I know his sister, Charcoal.
Dark-skinned woman. But, he has me sometimes go on the mic and critique some of the comics. And it's always fun. They're always, but there's one, and one of the guys in the hanging out goes, yeah, you're a nuclear physicist. I go, whoa. You don't talk about that? I go, how could you be a nuclear and you're not talking about that? Should I be talking? I go, absolutely. That's fantastic. You got to work on that,
Yeah, that's really
He had
really
me playing
unique.
college he went to out there. He goes, Stony Brook.
Yeah.
So he goes, Ben, I got us a show.
Oh, I used to do those shows out in
And he
Stony
goes,
Brook.
I got us a show. He goes,
I used to do those shows.
But no, he said it was what do they call it? Like a talent show. I was like, dude, I can't do a fucking talent show. No, it's okay. You could say fuck. I go,
Okay,
dude,
good.
He wanted someone to drive. So I drive out. We go to a bar. And for some reason, I took a half a Vicodin and 2 Heinekens. I don't know why. Because there was no. So we go into the thing.
Because there's no.
Why would you mix those two?
But he goes, because there's no what?
But it was smart. So I'm the only white guy except for the security guard.
Right.
Saad gets up and he crushes with his Pakistani act. The guy from BET, all black people, give him a card, right? So now I'm getting ready to go up, and before me is an angry black poet, and she is just down with Whitey. But backstage, I'm having a good time.
You could have just said a black poet.
I should have said colored.
and the white man.
Yeah, she was down with the white man. So now they bring me out, and I come out with the plastic penis. I'm excited to be here. I do that, and the audience. I love ever since then. I love a black audience because if they don't laugh, they just get mad. It was so cool. So I do the whole joke with the penis, and I go, oh, John Bobbitt being his name in the snow, and as I zip up, I go, I have to be careful, My mom caught my dick in my zipper this morning. And I said, Mom, if you keep doing that, I'm going to dress myself. And she goes, well, if you wouldn't get hard, I wouldn't catch it. And this black lady goes, ew! Just like a real fucking loud, right? So I go into an Italian bulimic joke.
First course of action.
Yeah, like
who wouldn't?
Yeah, hey Bella, you want me to set you up a snack table in there, the bathroom? They don't know what bulimia is, or Italians. So now it's
I hope you said that because that's hysterical.
I swear.
Good man.
Now it's getting
right on.
But the DJs behind me, they're laughing. It's great. I got the DJs, but now all of a sudden shit starts happening. And the DJ looks at me, he has to play the music. So now he's playing the fucking music. And the host, the guy he is running down the aisle. I'm like, fuck this. I can talk over that music. So I swear, I go the whole set. And as the guy, he comes out, he's looking at me like this, why? And I go, this is what it sounds like closing time at a gay bar. And I do that, and I give him the mic. And I walk back, and Saad Sawada goes, I know how to get us out of here. He is scared. He goes, I went here. I go, what do you mean? He goes, why are you laughing? I go, well, first of all, it was...
Why are you laughing?
First of all, about half a fucking bike and into things. I go, that was funny. Because they're, like, if you
why are you laughing? Oh, sorry, yeah, I could see Saad saying that.
In front of a white crowd, what do? They just sit there.
Oh, yeah.
But a black crowd.
They'll try to kill you.
They get excited. I swear to God, I shut the show down for 20 fucking minutes because we were out there and the show stopped. I stopped the fucking show. So then Saad brings me over to a bar he knows on the thing. So we're driving home, and Saad, because he has to drive home because that was the deal. Yeah. I drive sober, you drink. So I'm driving home, and all of a sudden Saad goes, you know what the fuck the part is? They're going to remember you.
That's really funny.
It was a true story.
Can you scroll down, Matt? We got a super chat from Zato. Thank you, Zato. Did Steve Gutenberg put shoe polish on a megaphone before Joe used it? What?
That makes no sense.
I've never had Steve Gutenberg.
But how would that correlate?
I think you got a
Shoe
little black
polish.
there. And
On my on my beard? Oh, okay, all right. I
It's
get it.
all
It's
pepper
not
Joe.
bad.
I go, oh God.
Just the fact you know who fucking Steve
No, let's
Gutenberg
bring up
is.
that.
Yeah, name drop.
Hold on. You threw the. You should have said who put shoe polish on Joe's mic.
Yeah, why did you
Because we
Steve
have
Gutenberg?
we have to stop and try to correlate why Steve Gutenberg would be involved with this. It takes the whole thing away from the shoe, but you got to clean that up.
Yeah, really, it should have been just shoe polish.
Yeah.
There you go.
Either way, I lost my erection, fella.
Zato's good people. Thank you, Zato.
I'm sorry.
He's got to
Sorry,
work.
Zato.
He's
It's
got to
still
work.
hard.
Don't worry, we'll get it back for you, Glenn.
Thank you.
You know what though? I was telling my girl, I go, maybe I should put just for men on there, but then people would goof on me like suddenly I got a.
I mean, if you did it a little bit and gradually, no, I don't think people would care or notice.
Yeah. Because I like.
Because your eyebrows are dark, so people be like, "Oh, I guess he was always like, what I
Yeah.
mean? Nobody remembers exactly the amount of black versus gray."
I'll remember.
Yeah, because I got too more. I grew a beard during COVID. I'm like, I kind of like it, and I go because I got too much face without it, and I'm
Beard
like,
is
it
cool.
just breaks it up.
Try it. Try a little.
Yeah.
Darken
I
it.
think
Why
it looked
not?
hot.
Oh, really?
Why not? Why not? Oh my God, this was so fun, you guys. This was like a trip down memory lane.
Oh, great.
I had like topics prepared. I was like, maybe we'll talk about the Met Gala, but screw that.
We should go to the Met Gala right after.
Nobody really cares about the Met Gala. People only notice it when they see pictures on social media, and then everybody moves on. So we don't need no stinking Met Gala.
We don't need no sticking Met
We
Gala.
don't need it. Joe, tell us about, you have a wonderful show that I was just on this past week
you were with
called,
us, and we're gonna have you on again. You did a great job.
it's Red, White.
Red, right, and true.
It should be called Red, White, and True, but they thought Red, White, and True was too white supremacist sounding.
I think they did. So
So it's called Red,
Mine
Right, and
Nazi.
True.
basically, we're at the America First Warehouse. It's TAF. Oh God, I forgot the link. TAF.
What you got?
The America's First Warehouse.
Yeah, the AmericaFirstWarehouse.com. We're on every Wednesday from 6 to 7. We have myself, Bonnie Scalisi, the Patriot Box. We have the Patriot Box. Mark White from the.
That was my nickname in college.
Good girl. And we have Mark White, who used to be the bass player in Spin Doctors. He's with us every week.
That was cool. Yeah, he was a cool guy.
Really good. And
If you.
also, we have Joe Cumier and his brother on with us on Wednesday, and also we're going to be doing a gig, Guitar Legends, Joe's band, Guitar Legends. I'll be sitting in and playing some Allman Brothers. And
You play Daria?
we said that song should have been a hit if everybody didn't discover it 20 years after we did it, but nonetheless.
How weird was that? That video came up last night.
It is hysterical. So yeah, the AmericanFirstWarehouse.com. Yep. And check us out.
And tell me, why is your handle on Twitter Plankfoot?
Oh, okay. So I have size 13 shoes. So
Hello.
Back
Okay.
in the
Brand.
day, we're in my buddy's garage and we're playing Marshall Tucker, and I had a big Herman Survivors on, and I'm stamping my foot, and dust is coming out under the foot. So my buddy Alex goes, "Holy smokes! Look at that guy!" He goes, "It looks like when a plank's being dropped and the dust flies under." He goes, "From now on, we're going to call you Plankfoot," and you might as well. And that's what happened.
Can't you see?
Wow.
Can't you see what that footy is doing to me?
And you've had this nickname for like 20 years now?
20 years.
That's all I
Let's
have,
try almost
Wow.
50.
When I started Twitter, my handle was Hysterigal. And then when I met Frank, he was like, yeah, if you're going to try to have anybody take you seriously in comedy, like you need to change that now, make it your name. But now I meet you two guys, and now I realize I didn't have to change it because you both have handles that are
I was
not your name.
But I get-
only because the other guy's the guy with the plastic penis. I always got, hey, you're the guy with the
And
plastic
why
penis.
are you Satan's comic, Glenn? How did that come
I always wrote
about?
the jokes that Satan would write. All my shit was Jesus, right? Like it was all religious. That's why, and it just stuck. I don't know.
You can't do a rebrand and be like
I don't
Jesus
give a
is
fuck.
comic.
I really don't give a fuck. I have another pod. What's that? Who are these? Kevin Brennan?
Kevin Brennan's on his own show, but then
But he has a thing, right? So Stand Up New York, it was a contest, and I was a serial killer comic. So I said, he was hosting, and I said, I need you. This is how the opening has to be, because it was all written.
You're telling Kevin this.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin, who doesn't like a damn thing that does whatever he wants.
Yeah, but this is how the Most Brothers are on the show.
Oh, God almighty.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. That's a long time ago.
The whole thing is written that he brings me up and he fucks it up, right? And it fucks up my first joke. I just started. This is like a long time ago. So long story short, I get off, and after he apologizes twice. I brought him up as the wrong. So I was a serial killer comic, and I had a guy who was going to come out and shoot me at the end, and had a newspaper, The Post, that said, "This is how I was Andy Kaufman on crack." So after the show, I have the pellet gun with the CO2 in it, and I walk up to him. The show's over. I walk up to Kevin Brennan. I go, hey, no hard. He goes, hey, no hard feelings. And I pick the paper up and I go, pop. And I shoot two fucking things.
God.
What's wrong with you?
What?
Anyway, so the Most Brothers go, holy shit, you turned him white. So after that, I went on to Broadway, where Stand Up New York is, and I smoked the fucking big joint with the fucking Most Brothers.
Wow. What did Kevin say to you after that?
He didn't really say anything. He
said
turned
out.
white. And then 2 weeks later, my friend calls me up. He goes, yo, that dude is on Letterman. He might bring it up. He didn't, but... but
Wow.
Yeah, pop.
He must get him.
What a weird thing to do. That's funny, though.
Why would you do it? Fuck up my intro.
Because that's called harassment.
The show was
You
over.
can
Well,
do that now.
the show was
probably-
over.
you probably couldn't
I
get
can
away
see
with
him
it
in front
now.
of the joke. Well, you didn't put it that way. All right, let him go.
Stand Up New York, Valentine's Day show. I come out, and as I come up...
Don't tell me how to narrow.
Penis.
Another penis.
Davis. Was like
His penis got a lot of mileage.
Davis. He's dead. The guy who ran it, Davis, Mark Davis, whatever his name was. So I come out with the dick, and the lady who's hosting just goes, she goes, right? So I go out and I do my shit. I had Valentine's shit written, and it was a good set. It was really fucking good. I get off, and I go all the way to the end, and she ratted me out. So the guy Davis, I can't remember his fucking name. He's still dead anyway.
Yeah, right.
And he walks over to me and he goes, "You can't pull your dick out in my club." And I said, "No."
Does it look like a real
No, but I go,
dick?
"No, I didn't." That one wasn't one of the better ones with the veins. But no, I go, "No, I didn't."
Veins.
I go, "No, I didn't pull my
You pay
dick
extra
out."
for
I go,
that.
and it's the first time I ever said it. I go, "It's a prop penis." It's the first time I said prop penis. It's a prop penis. Because when he was coming over,
It's a prop cock.
I was saying the other time, I go, man, he's going to ask me to do the second show because it was so good. That's what I thought. And he comes over and he goes, "Can't pull your dick out of my club." And I said, "No, I didn't. It's a prop penis." And he goes, "Well, you take that show, take it to somewhere else." Like the Gary said, the Bowery. But he said the same thing. And I was just like, "Where's that club?"
I'll take it to the barrel. Who booked that?
Yeah, and who's his name? Davis. Tim
Davis.
So he died. Let me laugh. And he's still dead.
Do you still have all your penises?
The funny part is that you lose them sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. At Barney's, I threw into a friend. This is a classic story. And she's cleaning her car out with her daughter.
Oh,
And they're cleaning-
no.
Right, I swear to God. So the daughter, she goes, "Ew, Mom." And she goes, "No, it's not mine. It's Glenn's."
Sure.
Ew! And they threw it out. That was my favorite. It had a vein that went through. And, it was my favorite.
You go in the garbage to get it?
You should have like a
Yeah.
suitcase for them, like a traveling like salesman. You should
And I'd
have
love to
them-
go through the airport when he's there. Yeah.
That happened.
No, you would check that one,
I probably
obviously.
shouldn't tell that story completely. But let's just say that
I love a good cocktail.
I was going to Key West for Vinny. Vinny, Vinny.
Vinny, not Vinny Grant.
Montauk Vinny.
Oh, I know.
Oh, God damn, I can't think of his name. Vinny.
But
He got hit in a car. He booked Key West and he booked.
I know of the guy.
He'd be pissed at me. I can't remember his name.
I forgot his name, but I know the guy. Yeah.
Anyway, he books me, but I have a layover. So I took a pack of gum and I put something in the piece of gum to get me through the layover. So on my thing, and I had the gum sticking out, and I had the penis. So I put the bags down, and then you have to stand like this. I have to stand like this, and I hear bag check. I was like, oh shit. I turn around, and the bag with the gum is still there.
No.
It wasn't cocaine, but it wasn't. But now, so I get that bag, and I go, oh fuck, wrong bag. So it's a young black kid, and he goes, there's a tube or something in there. So I go, yeah.
With a vein on
I
it.
have toothpaste, I guess. He goes, oh no. So I had when I do the closing time at a gay bar, that thing.
Yeah.
I had the sleeve over it, so it's a dildo sleeve with that thing in it. So he goes, yeah, we have to check this bag. I go, look, there's a dildo on top. I'm a comedian, and he said, no judge. The young black kid, no judge, no judge. And he goes over to his boss, and they look, and he goes, enjoy your time in Key West.
That's great. That's better than saying I'm gay.
Yeah.
Just my normal stuff. I want to do a quick shout out to today's sponsor, fastgrowingtrees.com. Guys, if you have a yard, or even if you don't have a yard, if you live in an apartment, you can grow a tree in a pot on your stoop or something. Go to fastgrowingtrees.com. Use my promo code FGTCM20 to get 20% off your first order. Matt, scroll down a little bit. Look at these trees. You could get a lemon tree.
Those are beautiful.
You could grow
Beautiful.
If you have a,
Will a lemon tree grow here?
I think so. I think we're in the right zone for it. You could get arborvitae. You could get cypress. You want to drown out those pesky neighbors. Just make a wall of trees. You could get an avocado tree. You could get roses.
Ooh, I'm going to check this out.
You get a strawberry bush. And these prices are reasonable. And,
They're very reasonable.
go to fastgrowingtrees.com. Use promo code FGTCM20 to get 20% off. A seat in Southern Living and Fast Company. Wow. How fancy. I love these guys. I can't wait to
Very
buy a bunch of
nice.
trees and start planting them.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you, Fast Growing Trees. I meant to bring that up earlier. Glenn, what's coming up for you? Where can people find you other than on Twitter at Satan's Comic?
Well, I'm not allowed to tell you where my wife's school's next trip is.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to say it's going to be in Staten Island. It's got to be educational. We want to learn about those, like where those weird kids came from.
Is this a show you're describing?
No, I'll be at the Hole in the Wall from Tuesday to Saturday. I'm a bartender. I serve beer and shots. Other than that,
doing the Lord's work.
come in, I'll give you some fucking jokes and possibly show you my nipple rings.
You have nipple rings?
Sorry, you said that. No, I remember the one show I was naked almost.
Who could forget? I did. I actually did forget.
Worst memory. I have my clothes off.
The baby.
I think she's trying to get it out of her mind.
It's in the trauma section of it.
Usually people do that with trauma. So yeah.
When I rolled off, and Frank is like, okay. And then who's the black homeless comic guy?
God, which one?
The one who plays with Andrew Stein.
I don't know.
He looks like he's black.
Oh, yes. Ontario. Dontarius.
So as soon as I got up, he's a comic. He jumped in that fucking seat.
Oh, it's hysterical.
I was out there like, I don't know where I am.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
hysterical.
funny, that guy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
hi.
I'll be there.
Okay, good.
I could be on your couch tomorrow. Who knows?
Come back. Please come back, both of you. We will have you both back. For
Thank
sure.
you so much. And you're welcome. We'll have you back on my show too.
Yes, that was so much
Yeah.
fun. What else is coming up? What else?
I have
We
gifts
have
for you,
hold
too.
on. We have other shows here that I need to plug. So tomorrow, Tuesday, check out on the Chrissie Mayr podcast. Fake Wizard will be on at 9:30. Wednesday on the Chrissie Mayr podcast, Melanie Mack will be on, and Thursday. We just added this to the schedule right here in studio on NightMayr. We will have Nikki Huntsman on the program, and she was what the hell is that?
That's one of your gifts. I can't use it.
This is for me.
You asked Trump anything.
This is
He's in a magic.
this is
8 ball.
President Predicto. This is the Magic 8 Ball.
It's Trump.
We'll be out of the straight of moves.
Question.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Will I have another baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
You're gonna have a baby.
best ever.
You're gonna have a
Oh
baby.
my god.
Again, China.
ridiculous.
Oh, I was going to ask you about the Strait of Hormuz. Well, how do you feel about brown people?
Bigger, please. What?
I'll see what happens.
We'll see
This
what
is the
happens.
best thing I've ever received.
Oh, that's
Thank you, Glenn.
hysterical.
And it's a Kit Kat from Vietnam.
A
Vietnamese Kit Kat.
This is green tea flavored.
You know, they have
How
candy stores here.
All right, I don't want to blow all the battery. This is incredible.
This is his mug
like
shots.
that.
Wow.
Oh, that's all presidents eating.
This is amazing. And I'm going to put this like right here.
Notice
How cool.
one person has no food.
Hillary,
Yeah, she's not president.
did you just have this or you made this for me?
I made that for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Where are your gifts, Joe?
I didn't bring any.
Oh, well,
suck.
that'll be your last
Now
time.
the backsplash of my stove is all presidents eating.
That's so funny. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Everybody follow Glenn Miller
Just in life.
at Satan's Comics. Follow
Chase
Joe
me around the
Currie
neighborhood.
at Plankfoot and on Instagram, all the things. We will definitely have both of these gentlemen back. What a pleasure and a honor to have you both in studio.
Oh, thank
I can't believe you drank that whole, I don't even know what was in that.
I'm gonna pee it on the way
I'm going to have to call you an ambulance. That's
That's this time, not one time. Anyway.
oh my gosh. How much fun is this?
Great time.
Everyone like, subscribe. Thank you for watching and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Good night. Take care.
Good night.